of 215 yards per game, but they have given up an average of 11 points per game. Today, the bar will bend. Which way it bends is the question. When we return, we will hear from Kevin Coyle. He will run down the Sheridan County football history report. And later on, we will hear from head coach Jeff Mowry as we continue here on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show right here on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM.
Story House Village is now ready for you to call home. This well-planned community, only 2 miles from downtown Sheridan, will have a 38-acre park, 12-acre lake, walking and biking paths. Water and power are installed. This is Brandon LeBounty with ERA Carroll Realty. Let me show you home, site block 7, lot 24, priced for only $95,000. Call me, Brandon LeBounty, with ERA Carroll Realty for a tour at Story House Village, 763-6672.
Are you ready for a new career path this spring? Sheridan College now offers an applied bachelor's in management and leadership. This degree is fully online and spring semester enrollment is now open. With flexible schedules and options to specialize, you can advance in your career without putting it on hold. Ready to make a change? Visit sheridan.edu/BAS and start building your tomorrow today. That's sheridan.edu/BAS. Assemble your team for the Sheridan Rec District Winter Shootout Youth Basketball Tournament December 6th through the 8th. Divisions are 5th through 8th grade boys and 5th through 6th grade girls. All teams have a 3-game guarantee and take place at Sheridan College and the Sheridan Junior High. This is a region-wide tournament with teams from Montana, South Dakota, Colorado, and Wyoming. It's $250 per team. Register now at tourneymachine.com, then search Sheridan, Wyoming. Questions? Call the Rec District 674-6421.
Hey Colton, can you believe this year is already coming to an end?
You're telling me. I know there's still some time left, but it'll all be over before we know it.
And it's the same story in the real estate market too. Plans to buy or sell may have started a few years ago, but before we know it, the spring season push will begin once again. Time sure does fly.
It's important that people know too that we're not just waiting for the year to end, but always ready and prepared to help those looking to make their move now.
That's right. We're here for our clients 365 days a year. Let us help now so your down-the-road plans don't become your plans for the distant future.
Give us a call today at 675-BEST and visit bestwi.net.
Proudly brokered by EXP. Wyoming Corporate Office is the trusted business choice behind thousands of businesses. Whether it's business formation, payroll, corporate paperwork, mail scanning service, or small business phone service, Wyoming Corporate Office powers over 100,000 businesses worldwide and locally. This makes Wyoming Corporate Office the state's largest business-to-business service provider, located right here in Sheridan, Wyoming. If you're drowning in corporate paperwork looking for someone with an unmatched experience that cares and wants to be your partner in making your business successful, trust that Wyoming Corporate Office can help you focus on what makes your business tick. Learn more today by visiting wyomingcorporateoffice.com.
Today's world moves fast. Take your banking with you. At Campco Federal Credit Union, banking is easier than ever. Our mobile banking app allows you to check balances, make transfers, and remotely deposit checks. With Remote Deposit, you don't have to mail your checks or brave the roads to deposit them. Our user-friendly app gives step-by-step instructions for remote deposit. From your phone to your account, we provide our members with an easily accessible banking experience. Just download our mobile banking app. Campco Federal Credit Union, NCUA, and Equal Housing Lender.
For Sheridan Media Sports, I'm Kevin Coyle with your Sheridan County High School football history report for the semifinals of 2024. Information courtesy Wyoming-football.com. For Natrona County at Sheridan, this game kicks off Saturday at 1 p.m. Sheridan won the first meeting between the two teams in 1921, while Natrona got its first win in 1926. Natrona leads the series 59-53 with 6 ties, including the postseason, but Sheridan has won the last 5, including their win earlier this season. In the postseason, Sheridan leads the series 8-7. As far as games at Sheridan go, Sheridan leads the series 33-20 with 3 ties and has won the last 7 times the teams have played each other at Sheridan. Natrona's last win at Sheridan was in the 2013 regular season. The two teams last met in the postseason in the 2021 semifinals. Not counting times when the teams played each other in the state championship game at Laramie, the home team has won every postseason meeting, 6 times at Sheridan and 6 times at Natrona County. Sheridan's longest win streak versus Natrona is 6, from 1988 to 1993 and from 2015 to 2017, while Natrona's longest win streak versus Sheridan is 11, from 1999 to 2007. Sheridan has shut out Natrona 16 times, the last in the 2021 regular season, while Natrona has shut out Sheridan 24 times, the last in 2014. Sheridan's largest margin of victory versus Natrona is 46 in 1991, 49-3, while Natrona's largest margin of victory versus Sheridan is 56 in 1994, 56-zip. The most points that Sheridan has scored in a game versus Natrona is 56 in the 2016 state championship game, 56-28, while the most points that Natrona has scored in a game versus Sheridan is 56 in 1994, 56-zip. The two teams have gone to overtime versus each other twice and have split the two. Natrona won the last overtime game in 2020, 38-31 in 4 overtimes. With your Sheridan County High School football history report, I'm Kevin Coyle for Sheridan Media Sports.
What are you feeding right now to combat the harsh Wyoming winter? Keep those cows in tip-top shape for spring calving with some help from Farmers Co-op. They have Payback Cow Cake on hand as well as various other Payback feeds to help your cows keep weight during the winter months. And don't forget to pick up a Smart Lick tub to help boost their energy as well. Farmers Co-op has the feeds and supplements to keep your herd in top shape this winter. Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue.
Are you wanting to start?
Coach Mallory's with us here on the pregame show, and Coach, semifinal game, 17th consecutive year of being in the semifinals. That's something incredible. You know, earlier in the week we were talking on Tuesday night, and the question was asked of how many 17-year-olds were in the room, and half the room weren't even born when this semifinal streak started. That says something about the program.
Yeah, Coach Durham on staff now was a player when this thing started. So yeah, it was a few years ago, that's for sure. But 3 of our coaches on the staff have been here for those 17 years, and I think that's a really great thing to have a coaching staff with the experience that we do. That very consistent message that we send to our kids throughout every single year, and it's been a lot of fun, that's for sure. And it's a lot of fun to have an opportunity again in this semifinals, and hopefully we put a game together.
When the news came out that this game was going to be played on Saturday afternoon and not Friday night, like they have been played for years and years and years, did it change anything you guys will do this week? Obviously, you have experience playing on Saturdays in the last several championship games. Yep. So you guys are probably prepared for having an extra day of practice in there?
Yeah. In preparation for this, we were looking to play on Friday, and that didn't happen, and that's okay. And so the biggest adjustment is just making sure we communicate that with the kids and say, hey, we're playing on Saturday, because they were expecting Friday as well. And we're playing on Saturday at 1 o'clock. But we have the schedules and things from years past, and we played on Saturdays, and we stick with a pretty typical week of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but Thursday we use as our extra day. We can polish up a few extra things and make sure our special teams are ready to roll. Little offense, little defense, and then Friday's our pregame. We get a walk through Saturday morning, and then we're ready to roll. So we really tried to emulate, like state championship week when we play on Saturdays, a similar type of schedule to keep our kids in a routine. And we talked about it on Monday at our meeting. Hey, here's what the schedule will look like, so they're not caught off guard by anything and they're ready to go.
Seems like the kids had a little more bounce in their step this week, and just knowing that it's Natrona, and I think the programs have mutual respect for each other. Mm-hmm. But you always get a little fired up to play the orange and black. Yeah,
the Mustangs are a very, very good football team, and they've been, since Coach Harshman took over, the winningest team in the state of Wyoming. I don't think there's Todd Dayton, the Cokeville coach, has more wins than Coach Harshman. Nobody else has more wins than those two guys, and Coach Harshman's still rolling. He's an active coach. It's very, very good, very sound, disciplined teams every single year. They're sound on offense, defense, and special teams, and you just don't go in and beat them easily. You've got to play a very physical game because they're big, and you've got to play a very technically sound team game because they do things right, and we've got to be able to highlight some of their little mistakes that they make so that we have an opportunity.
So as we go back, we played them I think it was game 3, the third game of the year, and at their place. And I know that we talked that week about
being more physical than them because they're huge up front on both O-line and D-line, and they've got big receivers, and they've got a couple good backs. But you guys kind of you handled them pretty easily. They went up 7-6 on us. It was the first time we trailed, and then we kind of went on and won that game 29-7. Obviously, they've probably improved since then, but the Broncs have improved a lot since then as well.
Yeah, week 3 was a good matchup down there, and not very often you get a win at Dick Cheney Field down there. And so we were fortunate to come away with that win. Got us a little adversity in the beginning, and then we had a really good second quarter. And I think the halftime score was the same as it was at the end of the game. I don't think anybody scored in the second half, if I remember correctly. And had a good second quarter, and they've improved a ton since then. Their last 2 weeks have been their highest scoring weeks. Our offense has gotten a lot better over the last 2 weeks, but we've improved as well. And so it'll be exciting to see how much each team has improved and how we match up. Like you said, they're going to be big and they're going to be physical and they're going to be strong. We've got to match that physicality at the point of attack, for sure, at the point of attack and at the line of scrimmage. And if we can do that, I think we've got some guys that can run, and if we can get them into open space, I think we can make some good things happen.
They tout a really, really tough defense. Obviously, they give up about 12 points a game. We've given up about less than 6 points a game, but yardage-wise, they don't give up a lot. Mm-hmm. Are you finding some things out this week that you can do to expose them a little bit that maybe you didn't do the first time around?
Yeah, they were predominantly a 4-man front with a 1 high safety in the first time we played them, and then they moved into a 3-man front, 2 high safety in the second half, and then we've seen quite a bit of that in the second half of the season. They're mixing in between offenses and defense, in between the 3-man front and the 4-man front, and our offense really got to pay attention to that. We have some things that we think we can attack in the 3-man front, and then some things that we can attack in the 4-man front, but our team has to be able to identify that. We've got to be able to see it on the fly, and we've got to be able to make adjustments in the play. So we think we have some things, but there's only one way to find out, and we'll get out there. And, I think the thing we've got to do is we've got to get the ball in our playmakers' hands and try to get them in a little bit of space. And if we can get them in space in one-on-one situations, our guys do a good job of making tacklers miss and running through tacklers. And so, but we've got to keep them from getting in the congestion of things. We've got to find a way to get them out in the open field.
In looking how the Broncs season has improved, you guys were a real heavy run team early on in the season. I don't think you'll go away from that. But the passing game has really evolved. Ty's come along. The receivers have gotten better and better each week. And so that's a different wrinkle that Natrona may not be used to.
Yeah, we are definitely a run-first team. You've seen it all the way around. I think most games this season we have more rushing yards than passing. But there's been a couple exceptions. We really have to use the pass efficiently. That's kind of the way I believe is we've got to be efficient in our pass game. We cannot let them load up the box. And if they start to load up the box, we've got to take advantage over the top and in the air. And we've got good receivers and good quarterback, good offensive line that we can do that. We've just got to make sure we understand the different coverages they'll be throwing at us. You'll see a 1 high safety, a 2 high safety. You'll see some man coverage. And so our receivers and our quarterback have got to see that because depending on their coverages, there will be different windows that we'll be looking for.
What was the message this week to the guys as they prepare for today's game, just about staying the course and preparing the best way to hopefully get back to War Memorial Stadium?
It goes back to the process, and we've got to focus on our process and doing what we do. Our word of the week was us. Focus on us. There's things that we don't have control over that we can't focus on. It doesn't matter what preparation looks like in Natrona County. We've got to take care of a preparation here, and we've got to take care of what we do, and we've got to get better on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And if we don't do that, then Saturday is going to be really, really challenging. We've got to do what we do, and we've got to focus on what we can do better and where we can grow. We can't try to overthink, well, what if they do this, and what if we got to prepare for us, and we've got to get our schemes better and be more efficient in our schemes.
Are the kids loose this week? Obviously, everyone's goal is to get back to playing in Laramie a week from now, but they've got to have fun trying to get there.
Yeah, our guys do a really good job. We've had some cold weather this week, and our guys do a good job of embracing that cold weather. We have some guys that never wear sleeves in the cold weather because they think it's a tough man thing. The others that, think of different types of music and Christmas music when it starts snowing a little bit. And so our guys do have a lot of fun out there, yet the intensity's still there. Coaching staff's still coaching every single play. We're still trying to find different ways to get better. And some of it's in our very first install stuff on offense and defense. We've got to be better at our technique. Our pad level's got to be lower. We've got to be tackling legs. We've got to be physical. And so a lot of it is, the kids bring that juice, but the coaches are still bringing that intensity and that focus on our schemes and how do we continue to improve.
Obviously, health is always big this time of year. You're always going to have kids that are dinged up, and we saw a couple things happen last week. Blaine Phillips and Ty's foot still bothering him. Things progressing like everything's going to be okay this week.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have some sore guys out there for sure, and we've got the best trainer in the state, and she takes care of all our guys. Joanne does a great job of identifying where they're at the beginning of the week and making a plan with each one of them and how we can progress. Blaine rolled his ankle pretty good. It's swollen and it's black and blue, and he's going to be able to play on it today, and hopefully he can handle the pain, because there will be some pain there, and he's a tough young man. Garrett Way's shoulder, we ran him a little bit against Laramie. It's starting to feel better, and he'll be able to play both sides of the ball, which is a plus for us. And Ty's foot has been bothering him. It continues to bother him. It's late in the playoffs, and I don't think you'll find a football player this time of year that's not bruised and battered a little bit. And if there's not a sore spot on them, they must have been out earlier, because if you're playing this time of year, you're going to have some bumps and bruises and some guys that'll have to just dig down and be gutty and battle through it.
Well, it's obviously been a great year so far. Let's go get one more.
I appreciate it, Shane. Thanks.
Have you been in to see Sheridan YO Sports Cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards, including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
A+ plumbers can install, remove, fix, plumb, clean, ream, put in, take out, redo, undo, and make new any of your plumbing needs. Jack and the team have experience in quality workmanship that you are wanting. If their plumbing prowess were to receive a grade, it would be A+. That's why it's in their name. A+ Plumbers is #1 in the #2 business, and you can reach them at 672-9454. That is 307 Orc Willie. Call them today.
With rates changing, there's no better time to speak to a local expert. Start at First Federal Bank and Trust, where our local lenders know you and the current market. Whether you need to get pre-qualified, apply for a loan, or have questions about our programs, we're just a click or call away. If you'd rather start the process at home, that's okay too. Our website has mortgage calculators, checklists, and rates you can check 24/7. Making home happen doesn't get easier. Visit efirstfederal.bank, call us, or stop by. First Federal Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, this is David Hubert at First Bank of Wyoming. We believe in building lasting relationships with our customers. We value the people in our communities and strive to make sure they have the resources they need to be financially successful. Our experienced staff is committed to providing each of our customers with a personalized banking experience to fit their individual needs. From applying for a loan or helping with your account needs, we're here to help. Stop by and see us at our new location, 460 East Brundage Lane. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm County Commissioner Christy Haswell, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
A big thank you to head coach Jeff Mowry for giving us insight into today's game. Coming up next, Ryan Parker will be joining me live here on the pregame show. We'll have starting lineups and the kickoff coming your way from Homer Scott Stadium. We'll be back with more right here on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show, right here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM, and streaming live at SheridanMedia.com.
Story House Village is now ready for you to call home. This well-planned community, only 2 miles from downtown Sheridan, will have a 38-acre park, 12-acre lake, walking and biking paths. Water and power are installed. This is Brandon LeBounty with ERA Carroll Realty. Let me show you home site block 7, lot 24, price for only $95,000. Call me, Brandon LeBounty, with ERA Carroll Realty for a tour at Story House Village, 763-6672.
Are you ready for a new career path this spring? Sheridan College now offers an applied bachelor's in management and leadership. This degree is fully online and spring semester enrollment is now open. With flexible schedules and options to specialize, you can advance in your career without putting it on hold. Ready to make a change? Visit Sheridan.edu/BAS and start building your tomorrow today. That's Sheridan.edu/BAS. Assemble your team for the Sheridan Rec District Winter Shootout Youth Basketball Tournament December 6th through the 8th. Divisions are 5th through 8th grade boys and 5th through 6th grade girls. All teams have a 3-game guarantee and take place at Sheridan College and the Sheridan Junior High. This is a region-wide tournament with teams from Montana, South Dakota, Colorado, and Wyoming. It's $250 per team. Register now at tourneymachine.com, then search Sheridan, Wyoming. Questions? Call the Rec District 674-6421.
Hey, Colton, can you believe this year is already coming to an end?
You're telling me. I know there's still some time left, but it'll all be over before we know it.
And it's the same story in the real estate market, too. Plans to buy or sell may have started a few years ago, but before we know it, the spring season push will begin once again. Time sure does fly.
It's important that people know, too, that we're not just waiting for the year to end, but always ready and prepared to help those looking to make their move now.
That's right. We're here for our clients 365 days a year. Let us help now so your down-the-road plans don't become your plans for the distant future.
Give us a call today at 675-BEST and visit bestwi.net.
Proudly brokered by EXP.
Hi, I'm County Commissioner Christy Haswell, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And a very good afternoon. Welcome to Homer Scott Field here at Sheridan High School for the 2024 state semifinal football game on a Saturday afternoon. And Ryan, I'm not sure who decided to play this thing today, but the gods were looking out because it is an absolutely gorgeous day. There is a little bit of breeze blowing, but about 55, 58 degrees here at just minutes before kickoff.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for better weather this time of year in northeastern Wyoming in November, but something just doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, it's
this game should have been played last night under the lights.
Friday night lights is usually how it is. I mean, for years and years, these semifinal games have been played on Friday evenings unless the Cowboys are playing on Saturday, and then, most of the time that's the case because the Cowboys play on Saturday at home on the week before the state championships. But this year they have a bye, and so these games could be played on Saturday. And after the quarterfinal games last week, both coaches got together, and Sheridan wanted to play on Friday night at 6, and Natrona said, no, we don't want to play on Friday night. And I think that might just be Coach Harshman's way of, just trying to mess with Sheridan's mojo a little bit. It really doesn't make a difference, but they're trying to do something. Sheridan's won 41 straight games, and they've been on the short end of the stick 5 times in a row against Sheridan. So I think they're just trying to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I don't think that it's anything, I don't know. I think you're right. Just trying to shake Sheridan's mental state up a little bit. They have, that they had one more day to prepare, and I don't know if that's a good thing for Natrona or not.
Yeah, but I don't know who'd want to give the Sheridan coaches an extra day to prepare.
Right. So, I guess we'll see what happens. You heard Maury in the pregame. The boys, nothing changes. Whether it's Friday night, Saturday afternoon, maybe they had to play on Wednesday. Who cares? But their focus is going to be the same. And so I expect the Sheridan Broncs to come out and dominate.
Well, they won the coin toss, and they will receive, and they like to start fast, and that's one of the things they almost rely on winning that coin toss so they can receive the ball and have offensive possession first. And when we did the game at Natrona in week 3, or actually it was week 2, game 3, we won the toss and we took that opening kickoff back for a touchdown and just got things going right away.
Yeah, I think that coin flip is a double-edged sword for the opposing team. I mean, if you defer, Sheridan gets the ball. Yep. If you lose the toss, Sheridan's getting the ball. So either way, you're going to give that ball to the dynamic special teams of the Sheridan Broncs.
So as we continue here on the pregame show, the all-time meetings between these two teams, Natrona leads the series 59 wins to Sheridan's 53 wins. They've tied 6 times. Obviously, all those ties were way back in the early 1900s. Sheridan's won the last 5. They won in 2023, 42-7, and then obviously this time in week 2 this year, they won that game 29-7, and 17 years in a row, this Bronx team is in the state semifinals.
That's unheard of, but that just goes to show you the caliber of the Don Julian era, the Jeff Mowry era. That these coaches do such an amazing job, and they just instill in these boys to be young men.
Well, they've got a routine. They know exactly what they're doing at every moment of practice. They know what they're doing on game day. This exact same routine. You know, the coaches pregame, they all play a little game of toss down there, and it happens at the exact same time before every single game. It's the same routine, day in, day out, game in, game out. And
nothing changes. It doesn't matter if it's Friday night, Saturday afternoon. Let's just go get them.
And so the Broncs will be wearing gold helmets, gold jerseys with blue numerals, and they're wearing their white pants today. And Natrona's wearing their white jerseys with the black pants. So we'll see how that works. The Broncs are just about ready to take the field. I think they're going to wait and let Natrona take the field first. And I do see Natrona coming up out of the locker room area and making their way towards the field. And the Broncs are waiting back at the flagpoles, waiting for their turn to take the field as well. But we're about 9 minutes from kickoff. We'll come back and take a look at the starting lineups and more. You're listening to Sheridan Bronc Football here on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM, and streaming live on SheridanMedia.com.
Wyoming Corporate Office is the trusted business choice behind thousands of businesses. Whether it's business formation, payroll, corporate paperwork, mail scanning service, or small business phone service, Wyoming Corporate Office powers over 100,000 businesses worldwide and locally. This makes Wyoming Corporate Office the state's largest business-to-business service provider, located right here in Sheridan, Wyoming. If you're drowning in corporate paperwork looking for someone with an unmatched experience that cares and wants to be your partner in making your business successful, trust that Wyoming Corporate Office can help you focus on what makes your business tick. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
Today's world moves fast. Take your banking with you. At Campco Federal Credit Union, banking is easier than ever. Our mobile banking app allows you to check balances, make transfers, and remotely deposit checks. With Remote Deposit, you don't have to mail your checks or brave the roads to deposit them. Our user-friendly app gives step-by-step instructions for remote deposit. From your phone to your account, we provide our members with an easily accessible banking experience. Just download our mobile banking app. Campco Federal Credit Union, NCUA, and Equal Housing Lender.
What are you feeding right now to combat the harsh Wyoming winter? Keep those cows in tip-top shape for spring calving with some help from Farmers Co-op. They have Payback Cow Cake on hand as well as various other payback feeds to help your cows keep weight during the winter months. And don't forget to pick up a Smart Lick tub to help boost their energy as well. Farmers Co-op has the feeds and supplements to keep your herd in top shape this winter. Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue.
Are you wanting to start a business, make some home improvements, or have your eye on a new RV or vehicle? Security State Bank is a locally owned and operated bank that is small enough to listen, yet big enough to help. Security State Bank can help qualified applicants achieve these goals with competitive interest rates and quick in-house decisions. Stop by Security State Bank in Sheridan, Gillette, Worland, Graybull, or Basin and find out more online at ssbwyo.bank. Security State Bank, NMLS 401472, Equal Housing Lender. Whether you're starting a business, safeguarding your assets for future generations, or navigating the complexities of property transactions, McCool Law Firm LLC in Sheridan provides tailored solutions that ensure your success. McCool Law Firm understands that each case is unique, and it is committed to delivering personalized service that will exceed your expectations. McCool Law Firm, protecting your legacy, stepping up to bat for you. Find out more and schedule a consultation at McCoolLawFirmLLC.com or call 307-461-9240.
If you're looking for a brand new Chevy Equinox, the place, Waring Sheridan Chevrolet. Shane Parker, tell us about these Chevy Equinoxes.
The 24 and 25 Equinoxes, 0% up to 36 months on those. And we do have one leftover 2024 that we're willing to make a deal on. One brand new 25 Equinox. Come down and see this brand new body style on the all-new 2025 Equinox.
Experience the Waring way of buying a Chevy Equinox at Waring Sheridan Chevrolet, WaringSheridan.com.
This is Patrick Johnson with Stifel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. We're just about ready for the national anthem, so we will probably be taking another quick break here. The Broncs honoring our law enforcement and EMS folks here this afternoon. So they're going through handshake lines, and then we'll have the the national anthem, as well as the Broncs take the field. Natrona's been on the field. So we'll take another quick break. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the kickoff right here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Mossholders Design Center proudly supports our young student athletes in Sheridan County. Being a member of a successful team takes determination, a strong work ethic, and great leadership. It's those qualities that have defined Mossholders over the last 115 years in Sheridan. We're proud of the Mossholders legacy, and we're proud of our local athletes and coaches. Let the talented and hardworking staff at Mossholders help you with your next furniture purchase or design project. Mossholders wishes each and every team the best of luck this season. Go Broncs and Lady Broncs.
In a place where honesty and hard work define us, there's a bank that's fully invested in Wyoming. The banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan. We understand that business owners are the backbone of our communities. And whether you run a ranch, a restaurant, or a retail store, we're here to support you with a range of account options and personalized services without all the unexpected fees. Because when your business succeeds, our communities thrive. Visit buffalofed.bank for all your business banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Texting and driving. Texting and driving? Everyone knows there really is no and. You're either texting or you're driving. In other words, if you're typing or reading anything while you're behind the wheel, you're not paying attention and you're not in control of your vehicle. That's why law enforcement around the state is cracking down on distracted driving. Hey, Wyoming, let's put an end to texting and driving because we all know better. There is no and. This message was paid for by WYDOT.
Honor, service, and sacrifice are key character pillars of the men and women who have defended and helped shape our nation. You've defended our freedoms and inspired countless others. Hi, this is Amy Blumenstock, Army veteran and mortgage underwriter at First Northern Bank of Wyoming. On Veterans Day and every day, we honor you and recognize the challenges you've faced. We appreciate your service and commitment. Thank you for all that you do. First Northern Bank of Wyoming, proudly supporting Wyoming veterans since 1885. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1422156.
Hi, this is Brent Wolf with Sheridan Motors, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to a sunny Homer Scott Field. Shane Parker along with Ryan Parker this afternoon, bringing you all the live action from the State 4A semifinals as the Broncs and Mustangs get ready to battle here at Homer Scott Field. And Ryan, again, just a gorgeous day. Both teams ready to roll. And as we take a look, the Broncs are going to start on offense. So they'll go like this. Left tackle is Justice Lucas. He's a senior. The left guard is Fisher Peldo. He's a sophomore. The center is a senior, Brandon Vela. Right guard is a senior, Bridger Peldo. And the right tackle is a senior, Josh Davis. The starting wide receivers today, Breck Reed. He's a junior. Carson Chase is a senior. Chance Morris is a senior. And the tight end is Beck Haswell. He's a junior. Running back, Kelton Crow is a senior. And the quarterback, Ty Gilbertson, is a senior. Ryan, if you take a look at the defensive starters for the Natrona County Mustangs.
They're going to go like this. You got number 72, Josh May. He's a senior. Tackle, Hunter Baroud. He is a senior as well. Let's see. Jace Spears, 6'2", 245 junior. Charlie True, a defensive end, senior, 6'4". The other defensive end is Clarence Crutchfield. He's a senior. At linebacker, you got Tucker Sides and Gus Bertinoli. Peyton Maggi shores up that linebacking crew. Jace Siemens will be the last linebacker in the defensive backfield. You've got Aiden Yaumans. He's a senior. Zaven Thomas, a 6-foot senior defensive back. And number 88, Gage Brooks, to finish off that defensive backfield.
Gage Brooks is 6'4". He's a great athlete, can run like the wind blows. He'll be a guy. He's had a couple returns this year for touchdowns, and he's the big threat over the top.
Well, Natrona's defenses, they're solid. I mean, you've got Tucker Sides. He's an all-state wrestler.
Yep.
You got Bertinoli, his older brother, team captain, whatever, down at the University of Wyoming.
Well, both these teams defensively, the Broncs give up 5.7 points a game defensively, and a lot of those have come on the second and third stringers. Natrona County, they only give up 11 points a game. The difference is offensively, where the Broncs, they average 46.7 points a game offensively, but Natrona County, they average 25 points a game, and most of those points have come against teams with not as good at defenses.
Yeah, they put up a lot of points against teams like Cheyenne South and Laramie.
Yep.
So, those numbers are a little bit skewed, but, you cannot overlook Natrona. Coach Harshman will have those guys ready to go, and we'll see what happens here on a Saturday.
Broncs average 341 yards a game on offense. They have the number 2 ranked offense in Class 4A. Natrona County, they average 231 yards a game. Defensively, the Broncs give up just 216 yards a game, and Natrona County, they give up 218 yards a game. So that's, both teams with strong defenses. Back deep to receive for the Broncs is going to be Breck Reed and Carson Chase. They'll be standing right at the goal line waiting the kick of, I think it's Paddock who's doing the kicking most of the time it will be Paddock doing the kicking. Gavin Paddock, the 6'2 junior for the Natrona County Mustangs. And let's see, we'll see what they do. That they don't want to really kick the ball off to this special teams of the Broncs, so we'll see what they do here. If they come out and maybe onside kick or what might happen. But they're lined up goofy. We do know that for sure.
They're lined up in a circle.
And now they break that, and they all do spread out across the field. The Broncs will receive, and they will be going from right to left across the radio dial. And it will be a squib kick, and it's going to be picked up by Josh Freed. He'll be tackled out across the 30 and about to the 34-yard line, maybe the 35, where the Broncs will take over. But you see right away that they're not going to kick it to the speed of the Broncs.
Well, they know what happened to them last time they did. So, but, Sheridan was probably ready for that, and Josh just did his job. Didn't try to do too much with it. So
the wind is blowing. The flags are, they are blowing. They're whipping right now straight out of the north, blowing towards the south. So the Broncs will be going against the wind here in the first quarter. 4 receivers in the formation. They're going to bring Morris across. They fake the give to him. It'll be Breck Reed, see if he can break one tackle, and he'll pick up maybe 1 yard on the play out across the 35 to the 36-yard line on the quick wide receiver screen on the first play from scrimmage. Jamison Siemens will on the tackle for the Mustangs. This defensive line for the Mustangs is big. Rodolfo Gonzalez, one of the big men out there. Josh May, 6 foot 320. Here's a give to Garrett Way, and he's into the secondary. He's across midfield, breaks the tackle. He's out on the front, a 30, 25, 20, and he's knocked down right at the 20-yard line, but a big gaping hole for Garrett Way.
Wow.
And the Broncs are knocking on the door early.
He put that left foot in the ground, cut one step inside, and was off to the races.
He got a great block from the outside receiver. I think it was Carson Chase out there, and also had Kelton Crow out in front blocking for him and just able to get downfield. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And the Broncs are going pretty quick.
And it's another give to Garrett Way. He breaks contained to the 10, to the 5, and knocked down at about the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Broncs at the 5.
Nice 15-yard run there by Garrett Way.
This Bronc team, they were ready to go. They weren't happy about having to play on Saturday either, and they were
chomping at the bit. Let's get
a little bit of chip on their shoulder.
I think so. And it's kind of showing in this opening drive. Because like you just talked about, Natrona's got a pretty stout defense.
It's going to be 4 receivers in the formation. 2 to the far side. Actually, just 1 to the near side with Beck Haswell at the tight end spot. This time it's going to be Kelton Crow, and he's going to be tripped up at about the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. Couple yards there on 1st and goal. And they will spot it, I think, at the 3, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. And the play comes in from the sideline. The Broncs want to try to go quickly. Carson Chase is going to go to the far side. And it's going to be Wildcat formation for the Broncs. Keegan Rager and Kelton Crow with Garrett Way in the backfield. Kelton will be the snap receiver here. Ty Gilbertson is split to the near side. The snap, and it's going to be Crow. He fumbles the ball, and he's going to be dropped back out to at the 10-yard line. He's going to bring up 3rd and goal, maybe at the 9. I think they're going to give him forward progress to the 9.
Yeah, Kelton just had a little lapse there. He tried to take off running before he secured the ball, but luckily he was able to pick it back up, and they retained possession.
So 3rd and goal from just inside the 10-yard line. And they're going to split Garrett Way outside, right at the numbers with Reed in the slot, 3 receivers to the far side. The play call comes in, and it's going to be Gilbertson. He's going to shift one of his receivers. Gilbertson. He calls for the ball, looking inside. Has Breck Reed. Breck Reed breaks a tackle, dives, and I think he's in for the touchdown.
Yes.
Breck Reed caught that ball at about the 6-yard line and did the rest of the work to get in the end zone. The Broncs score on the opening drive.
Great 6-play drive there, even with the little miscue on the previous play, but the Broncs found a way to get it in. Great effort by Breck Reed.
So a 9-yard touchdown pass gets the Broncs on the board with 9:19 left. Here is the extra point. The holder is Reed. The kicker is Gilbertson. Snap good. The hold good. The kick is up, and it is good.
Good.
With 9:19 left here in the first quarter, it's the Broncs 7. Natrona County will get the ball next. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWIO and 106.9 FM.
Hungry? Got $5? McDonald's has you covered. Introducing the all-new $5 meal deal. Choose between a juicy McDouble or a McChicken sandwich, but wait, you'll also get a small fry, small drink, and a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, all for just $5. That's right, $5. So why wait? Head to McDonald's now and grab the $5 meal deal. Better yet, download the mobile app and save even more money and time by ordering ahead. McDonald's, Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, Ryan, after the touchdown, the Broncs can take a deep breath now and settle in and play some defense and just keep the Mustangs off balance.
Yeah, they couldn't have asked for anything better out of that opening drive. So they matriculated down the field and did what they wanted to do, and that's put points on the board.
Breck Reed scores his 8th receiving touchdown of the year for the Broncs on that opening drive, and they lead at 7-0, and Beck Haswell has this ball teed up, and Beck's done a good job of kicking this into the end zone throughout the year. And he'll toe punch this one, and it will be received at about the 7-yard line as Zaven Thomas breaks a tackle, brings it across the 20 to about the 24-yard line, and that's where Natrona will set up shop on their first possession. So Zaven Thomas with the return. About a 14-yard return on the kickoff, and the Bronc defense will come out. And they've got to be ready for everything here today. We'll see. Last year in the semifinals, Natrona County came out with 9 offensive linemen, 1 running back, and 1 quarterback, and just tried to methodically move the ball downfield in like a jumbo package. This time they come out with 4 receivers in the formation. Their quarterback is Kenai Olson. He's going to bring a big tight end across. Kenai turns, hands it off. That's going to be the running back Palermo, and he'll be across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. So a pickup of 4 on first down for the Mustangs. 2nd down and 6. Tyler Palermo, 798 yards and 10 touchdowns on the year. He averages about 80 yards a game and 5.4 yards a carry on the year. He also has 9 receptions for 183 yards and a touchdown receiving as well out of the backfield. This time they're going to bring a man in motion, and it will be Olson keeping across the 30, and he'll be close to the first down. I think he's going to be out of bounds, maybe a yard shy. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from probably the 33-yard line. As Cooper Cox was the man that came in motion for the Mustangs. So 3rd and a yard here on the Mustangs opening drive with 8:10 left here in the first quarter. Broncs leading 7-0 on the range scoreboard. Olson has Palermo lined up behind him. 3 receivers, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. They turn, they give it to him, and he's going to be stood up, no gain, nothing new.
Boy, who shot through there?
I think it was Garrett Way, and it's going to be fourth down.
It was Garrett Way.
And
no gain.
No gain on the play. It's fourth and a yard. And Natrona, it looks like they're going to go for it here with the ball.
Wow.
Deep in Sheridan territory.
This is a gutsy call. Oh, I think they're going to punt.
And they have decided to bring the punt team on.
I was going to say, that's kind of gutsy this early in the game.
But you have to watch because the punter is their quarterback, Kenai Olson.
Right.
So you have to watch where they line up these receivers. 4th and 1 here on the opening possession for the Mustangs. Back deep is going to be Carson Chase, I do believe. And they do snap this ball, and Olson does punt it away. Breck Reed back deep, catches it, and is going to be dropped at about the 25-yard line. They might give him the 26 with forward progress. That might have been one you would think about maybe calling for a fair catch.
Yeah, there was a lot of air underneath that. That had a lot of hang time.
And Breck comes up. He comes out limping a little bit. I think he'll be okay. He wanted to stay in the game, but they're going to take a look at him real quick.
You know, he's been battered and bruised a lot this year, but he always seems to come back, find a way to get back in the game.
So Gage Rogers will replace Reed on this set. They make a man go across the formation. They give into Garrett Way. He'll push the pile forward to about the 30, maybe across the 30 to the 31-yard line. That's going to be about a 4 or 5-yard gain on first down. And Garrett came into today's game 71 carries for 585 yards, so he's pushing 6.5 bills already after a couple carries on that first series. 3 receivers come set to the near side and 1 receiver to the far side. Crow in the backfield with Gilbertson. This Bronc offensive line doing a lot of work, and now it's going to be Ty. Ty breaks contain, and he'll fall forward. No gain on the play, but he at least got away from the initial attack by that D-line. I think it was big 72, Josh May, who got in there quickly for the Mustangs.
Natrona does have a lot of big boys out there in the trenches. They are a big bunch of kids.
The Broncs just need to be more physical. You heard Coach Mowry talk in that pregame show about how physical they want these the guys in the trenches, the Hogs, how they wanted to be real physical, and that way the running backs can be physical as well. So 3rd and 6 for the Broncs. They bring Keegan Rager in motion. The give is to Garrett Way, and he's off to the races again. Across the 40, gets outside, and there's going to be a hold. A flag thrown at the 48-yard line, but I think that's still going to be enough for a first down because if they mark that back 10, it'll be at the 38. It's going to be enough for a Bronc first down.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It happened on the far side. Couldn't really see if there was a hold or not, but
they got the receiver on a hold out there right on the boundary line, too, and so it's still going to be first down, I believe, for the Broncs. A block in the back on the Broncs, so they'll step that off from the spot, and it's going to be the ball will be placed at the 38-yard line, and it will be a Bronc first down. So Garrett Way is having his way right now. I mean, he's ripped off 3 big runs already for the Broncs, and he's finally feeling healthy. He had that banged-up shoulder the last couple weeks.
Yeah, he hasn't got a lot of playing time in the last couple weeks, so he's chomping at the bit to get going.
Yeah, he's feeling healthy, and
it's showing.
He likes to take on tacklers as the running back. They're going to bring Crow in motion. He'll set him up in the backfield. This time they fake the inside give. Inside pass, and it's almost intercepted. Boy,
wow.
The defensive back stepped right in front of Beck Haswell, hit him in the numbers, and he dropped it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, the pass was intended for Reed, I think, not Haswell. Ty just threw it a little bit behind him. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Broncs from their own 38-yard line. 5:09 left here in the first stanza. This time, Crow goes in motion across. They fake the give, and Ty Gilbertson, that was a busted play. And Ty had to keep it, got back. He might have got a yard. Actually, I think they're going to place the ball right at the line of scrimmage at the 38, and it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Broncs.
Wow.
Just a mix-up in the backfield on that play. The Broncs have got to focus. So 4:45 to go here in the first quarter. The Broncs looking at a 3rd and 10 from their own 38. The ball's just across the 38-yard line, so we'll call it 3rd and a long 10. And it will be Garrett Way again, and he'll pick up 3 or 4 out across the 40 to about the 42-yard line, but it'll bring up a 4th down for the Broncs. It'll be 4th and 6, and they're going to have to punt the ball away. So going back deep for Natrona County will be 88 Gage Brooks and number 10 Aiden Yeomans. I think Yeomans will be the up back, and they're gonna put him like in case the Broncs decide to fake this thing.
And is Breck Reed back in there to do the punting?
Yeah, I think he is. So Breck will punt this ball away. And the snap is good, and Breck is going to run for it, and he's going to have the first down easily and more. He's got blockers in front. Breck Reed across the 30, gets a block at the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's driven out of bounds at the 5-yard line. No flags on the play.
Oh, boy.
But they left the whole near side of the field open.
Yep.
And Breck, with his speed, he got to the outside easily. And had a lot of blockers down front, so the Broncs, another big play. Actually, is there a flag? There is a flag laying right at the where the ball was snapped. It looks like. I see it laying across the way.
And they're
there.
calling a false start.
Oh my goodness!
Or illegal formation. Wow.
So now the Broncs will probably have to punt the ball away because it's going to bring up 4th and about 11.
Wow.
A flag for an illegal formation if it was a false start, they would have blown it dead. So
right.
It had to have been illegal formation. So the Broncs get the first down, but it's negated by the penalty. And this time it will be punted away by Reed. Not a great punt. It's going to go out of bounds. And Natrona is going to have great field possession, probably near the 45-yard line.
Man, a couple great plays negated by penalties.
42-yard line is where Natrona will set up camp. Boy, what a turn of events here with 3:24 to go in the first quarter. Natrona gets a break.
And the bad part about that is Sheridan Art, they exposed it now.
Yep.
They can't do it again.
This time they're going to send Cooper Cox in motion. The give is to actually Kenai Olson keeps it. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Olson keeps it from the quarterback spot. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. So the Bronc linebackers doing a great job filling.
Well, those interior linemen are doing a nice job of occupying those offensive linemen.
Yeah, 3 receivers in the formation with Palermo lined up in the pistol. They throw it out to Gage Brooks, and he'll catch the ball at about the 45-yard line. That's a 3-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs. Palermo's pass, or Kenai Olson's pass, was low, and the 6'4" Brooks had to go down and basically catch it on one knee, so he was down there.
Yeah, he downed himself.
So 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs with 2:25 to go here in the first quarter. 3 receivers bunched on the far side. And Palermo behind Olson. Drops back, and he'll go right up the middle, and he's going to get maybe a half a yard. It's going to bring up 4th and long for the Mustangs, right at the 46-yard line.
And that's Harvey Freiberger getting off the bottom of that pile.
And the punt team coming back on for the Mustangs. Let's see if they try something sneaky here. With the ball near midfield just across the 45-yard line. 1:45 and counting here in the first, and Kenai Olsen's going to come back. Actually, no, that's not Olsen. Charlie True whispers something to the punter, Olsen. They shift the snap, and it's to the up back, and it's going to be taken and drive, and he's going to be tackled short. I think he's going to be short of the first down.
It's going to be close.
Let's see where they spot the ball. I think he's short. And it's that's
yep,
they
the
stop
referee.
him on fourth down. Natrona tried to fake, snapped it to the up back, and he got 6.5 of the 7 yards, but the Broncs are going to take over on offense.
So now you've seen a fake punt by both teams.
And the Broncs,
crazy.
They're wanting to go. They're ready to go. And
in
Natrona's
the first quarter,
still getting guys on the field. And quickly they give it to Garrett Way. Garrett spins and reaches towards the 45-yard line as he's into Mustang territory. He'll pick up about 4-5 yards on first down. And the Broncs quickly back to the line of scrimmage. And Garrett Way is getting a lot of carries here in the first quarter as we are now under 1 minute to play in the first. The Broncs leading 7-0 on the range scoreboard. One receiver. They fake it. Looking downfield. And they overthrow it. Breck Reed was. Oh, and they buried him out of bounds. No flag. As Gage Brooks just lit up.
Wow.
Breck Reed out of bounds.
It was over his head, and he just gave him the business.
And now they're going to talk about it, I think.
He gave him the business.
They're not going to call the penalty. 3rd down and 5 now for the Broncs. And Coach Mowry was hot. He wanted a call there because Breck Reed got drilled out of bounds after the ball had already landed incomplete. So a cheap shot by the Mustangs, no call, and the Broncs will have it 3rd and 5. 4 receivers in the formation. And Ty Gilbertson hands it off straight ahead. It's Kelton Crow, and he'll dive forward, and I think he's going to have enough for the first down. I think they're going to give it to him right at the 41. It's going to be close.
Oh, they're calling 4th down.
Just shy, so it's going to be 4th and inches for the Broncs.
Oh, are they going to? I think coaches want a measurement.
And they might measure this one. And if he had to reach the 41.
White hat comes in and says
first down. Move the chains. So 1st and 10 for the Broncs. They got to get the chains moved. Well, the chains haven't moved yet. And they're about ready to snap the ball. Yeah, come on, chain crew. Let's go.
Well, that far side official needs to move his guys.
They're a talented chain crew. They've been doing it for years over there. They're just waiting for
Yeah, but they're doing their job.
Yeah, they're waiting for the signal from the officials.
That's right.
The Broncs with 2 up backs, Garrett Way, and they're going to give it to Garrett on the short side of the field. He's down across the 30 to the 25 and tackled at the 24-yard line. Another big first down run by Garrett Way, and he's moving piles.
He's a man on a mission right now.
He is
that kid.
Yep, he is a determined young man. And
he's one of those senior leaders, and he's going to put it all on his shoulders.
That'll do it for the first quarter. The Broncs lead it on the range scoreboard 7-0. We'll be back with quarter number 2. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. Shane Parker bringing you all the live 4A semifinal action here this afternoon. The Sheridan Broncs and the Natrona County Mustangs. 7-0 Sheridan after the first quarter. And Ryan, the Broncs have run the ball really well today. They haven't got much going out of the passing game yet, but they haven't really needed to.
No, Garrett Way has just put the weight of this whole team on his shoulders so far, and he's up to the task. I mean, he's barring the one run that got called back on a penalty, he's just kind of dominated.
So Ty looks, gives the ball away again. He's got room up the middle, breaks a tackle, spins outside, and then he's going to be driven back by about 5 white shirts.
But they never did still get him down.
No, it's going to bring up second down and a couple, maybe a gain of 8 yards there on first down.
They putting it at the 17?
About the 17-yard line, it looks like. So second down and 3, they'll give him 7 yards there on first down, and this time Ty's all alone in the backfield. 5 receivers in the formation. They're going to split Crow all the way to the near side with Reed in the slot. Ty gives out some signals, looks back, finds his man across the middle. It's Breck Reed. Touchdown, Sheridan! That's a 17-yard connection. Second touchdown of the day for Breck Reed.
That was like taking candy from a baby. He was wide open. Holy smokes.
Well, you really have to not bite on the, he's so fast, you have to play off of him. And he acted like he was going to the back of the end zone, cut it inside, and he was wide open.
Yep. Nice play call by these coaches.
And the extra point is up and good with 11:14 left here in the second quarter. It's Sheridan 14, Natrona County 0. We'll be back with more Bronc football right here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Have you been to the showroom at Thompson Master Masons? If you're thinking about doing a masonry project, you need to stop by and check it out. Thompson's is located on the corner of Broadway and 11th in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact Thompson Master Masons.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. The Broncs score again as we start the second quarter. 11:14 left, and the Broncs lead this thing on the range scoreboard 14-0. And this time, Beck Haswell has it teed up, and with this wind that's blowing straight out of the north, he might be able to punch this one into the end zone. And so he's got it on the tee, and there is the kick, and it's going to be short. Coming up to take it is going to be Zavin Thomas. Thomas across the 20 and taken down at about the 23-yard line, and that's where they will start. Nice job, Andrew Stewart, on the tackle there for the Broncs. I think Braden Brutlog also in on the tackle. So the Bronc defense will come back out. They haven't given up much at all. 2 punts on 2 offensive series for Natrona County here to start this ball game. The Broncs have had to have, they've punted twice or once in their 3 series, but they did, that was only because the fake punt got called back on a illegal formation.
Right.
Natrona will bring a man across the formation, set it up for Palermo. Palermo jumps inside, and he's going to be wrapped up and dumped right there. Great job. I think is that Fisher Peldo? Sam Huffman actually coming up to make that tackle after a 3-yard gain. Well, we'll give him 4. Second down and 6 for the Mustangs. Tyler Palermo, the good running back for these Mustangs. Not much going yet. Gage Brooks will be the outside receiver on the far side of the field. Turn around. They fake to give. Olsen, he finds the tight end in the flat, and a good tackle out there. Ryan Taylor.
Boy, perfect form tackle right there.
Got lower, grabbed the legs, and dumped him. That's no gain on the play. Maybe a loss on the play. The ball's back to the 26-yard line. Loss of 1 on that pass play. Just a textbook tackle by Ryan Taylor.
Yeah, in the open field.
Yep.
That was beautiful.
The ball was caught by the tight end, Charlie True. Olsen with Palermo lined up behind him. 4 receivers in the formation. Drops straight back. It's a screen play. It's going to be caught. And coming down the far sideline is Tyler Palermo. And Palermo's going to have enough for the first down out across the 40.
Boy, that was a nice play call by Natrona. They saw that the Broncs were going to blitz.
Yep.
And they let him through and just dumped it over the top in time.
And they had blockers downfield.
So out to the 44-yard line.
So Natrona County picks up a first down, and they move the ball out to their own 44.
18-yard play.
Pass play going to be batted down, and it'll fall.
Was that
incomplete.
Freiberger?
I think it was Freiberger got his big old mid up.
Well, he's a tall kid.
Yep.
So.
Well, actually, Haswell
got it.
Yeah, Haswell knocked that one down. So 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. 9:34 to go here in the first half. Broncs leading 14-0 on the range scoreboard. Whoever wins this game today will make another trip to the Promised Land, War Memorial Stadium, to face the Cheyenne East T-Birds, who beat Campbell County last night 35-34 in Gillette. Olsen turns, gives it off to Palermo. Palermo breaks a tackle, but then is swarmed under. Freiberg, actually, that was the first guy there was Brady Hartman. He
slowed him up enough that he got some help, but boy, he was sure hoping he would have got him for the loss.
His buddies came to help, but boy, he had him wrapped up for about a 2-yard loss. But it'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Mustangs with the ball at the 44-yard line. The Broncs looking to go back to War Memorial Stadium. I think it's the 13th time since 2009.
That's incredible.
Olsen throws, it's overthrown and out of bounds.
Just a little bit high for that receiver over there.
And it'll be 4th down for the Mustangs. And the punt team's going to have to come on. It'll be 4th and 10. Boy, Gage Brooks was open along the far sideline. Olsen just overthrew it a little bit.
Well, he had to rush that pass a little bit. Someone got in there with some pressure on him, so he had to throw it a little bit early, I think.
And let's see if Olsen will boot this ball to one of our return men, or if he's going to angle it towards the sidelines here. They shift. 4th down and 10. Olsen does boot this ball away, and it's a short one. It's going to bounce, and it says get away from it, and the Broncs, no return, will take over. I think it was touched at about the 30 or 31-yard line.
Yeah, they're marking it at 31.
So the Broncs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
All right, let's punch another one in right here, fellas.
So the offense will come back out on the field. This defense has been just staunch so far.
Yeah.
They've given up really basically one big play, 18-yard play, and that's it. So Ty Gilbertson with 5 receivers in the formation. Now they stand up and get some signals in from the sidelines. Chase and Reed to the near side. Morris, Haswell, and I think it's Garrett Way out there on the far side. And that ball's batted down, incomplete. Ty Gilbertson was looking downfield, had a man open right down the seam, but it was batted down. I think big number 68 got his mid on it. Was that Jace Spears?
Yep.
I think the D lineman got his big old mid up there and knocked that ball out of the air.
6'2".
So 2nd down and 10 for the Broncs. This time they kind of do a bunch formation with one man out wide. They give it to Way. Good blocking. Way across the 40, has the first down and more. Across midfield, spins, and is dropped at the 41-yard line. Another big run by Garrett Way. Boy, that kid is just determined.
He's on a mission today.
It is fun to see. But good blocking by that O-line, and getting downfield are those outside receivers just blocking. Now Natrona County wants a timeout. 8:23 to go here in the first half. The Broncs lead at 14-0 on the Range scoreboard. We'll take timeout as well. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM. Also
Purchasing tires. On behalf of Sheridan Motors and Tire Team, thank you for your business.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
welcome back out of the timeout. The Broncs will have it 1st and 10 at the Mustangs' 41-yard line. Natrona just called timeout to try to put something different in place on defense. They are just struggling to stop the run here of the Sheridan Broncs. Garrett Way again in the backfield. Ty fakes it to him this time. Looking downfield, avoids the rush, avoids another man. Now he'll take it off on the run. Ty across the 45 and down to about the 35, down to about the 34-yard line. He'll pick up 7 yards there on first down. Andrew Stewart will come in. Keegan Rager has to get his helmet fixed, it looks like. So some subs on both sides. They're going to shift Stewart into the inside, and now the coaches will signal new play in. 3 receivers to the far side with Carson Chase and Breck Reed to the near side. They're going to bring Chase in motion, and they give it to him on the jet sweep. They get a good block. Chase has one man to beat, and now a flag comes in from the backside. I think they're going to get a hold on Sheridan on the backside. So now the Broncs, they'll be backed up a bit there. And so I think the hold was like right about the 35-yard line. Actually, they're going to step it off from the 34. So it'll still be 2nd down and about 13 for the Broncs now. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. The Broncs leading 14-0 with a trip to the state championship on the line. And Ty with a bunch, gives it to Way. Way is grabbed, and not much there that time. A much better job defensively for the Mustangs. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Broncs. So no gain on the play. 3rd down and 13 as we go under 7 minutes. And the coaching staff will signal in the play. Looks like Haswell and Carson Chase to the outside, Breck Reed to the near side. And they're going to kind of set up in this wildcat, but Ty is still going to be the snap receiver. He drops straight back, looks, finds Garrett
what
Way.
a grab.
A great catch by Way, but he's not going to have enough. It'll be a gain of about 5 or 6 down to about the 39-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 8 for the Broncs, and let's see if they punt this away. Maybe they'll pooch punt here.
Be a good spot to do it. Try to pin Natrona deep.
So a signal, I think they're going to let the clock come down, and the Broncs are going to call a timeout. So we'll take timeout as well. You're listening to Bronc Football here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
No shirt, no shoes, no problem. Online banking is fast and convenient with Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. If you have a smartphone, you can do your banking from anywhere, including remote deposit. Just take a picture of your check and send it. It's that easy. And you'll instantly have access to the first $200 available and the rest shortly thereafter. Yep, banking is that easy with remote deposit at Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, Nicole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McColl, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
Hi, I'm County Commissioner Christy Haswell, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, we were just looking at Wyoming-football.com, and that's the if you're a football history buff at all, that is a great website to go to look at everything that's ever happened in Wyoming high school football. The Broncs looking for their 12th trip to War Memorial Stadium since 2009. If they can win this ball game, Broncs are going for it. Ty has a man. That's going to be Haswell, and he's got enough for the first down right in the middle of the field down to the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 10. The Broncs continue to move the ball. Ty Gilbertson hung in there, made one man miss, and then was able to find Haswell all alone in the middle of the field.
Yeah, no one checked Hazzy, and he was wide open.
So Andrew Stewart will come in. He'll go to the far side of the field. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side, as the Bronc offense continues to keep Natrona's defense off balance here.
Yeah, they've done a good job of mixing the play calling up between the pass and the run.
So Gilbertson, he's going to bring Carson Chase behind him in this formation. They're going to swing it out. Good blocking. Carson Chase makes a man miss and will be tackled at about the 18 or 17-yard line. That might be enough for another Bronc first down.
Depending on where they mark it.
I think they got it at the 16.
Yep.
So 5 minutes to go in the half. The Broncs knocking on the door again. The ball, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Gosh, and once again, the speed of the Sheridan Broncs. Carson Chase caught that ball. And
now a reverse. Breck Reed makes a man miss at the 20, dives inside a block at the 10, and tackled at about the 5-yard line. That's going to be enough for another Bronc first down. Boy, that was, that play took a long time to develop.
He was clear back at like the 25.
Yep.
After the little reverse fake pass.
And Breck Reed just made men miss defensively and took it all the way to the 5-yard line where it will be 1st and goal for the Broncs. They need to change the down marker. It reads 2nd down on the far sideline. But it is 1st down. The give straight ahead into the teeth of that defensive line for maybe 2 yards. And it will remain 2nd down. 4:05 to go here in the first half. And the Broncs taking their time, getting the play in here. Looks like they're going to send Haswell and Chase to the far side. Now Morris will go to the far side as well. Now they bring him back to the near side. Breck Reed also to the near side. And Kelton Crow in the backfield with Gilbertson. Gilbertson, they're going to bring Chase across the formation. Ty Gilbertson keeps, and he's going to be swarmed under back at about the 4-yard line. That might be a loss of 1 on the play. I think he might have wanted to pitch that ball out to Kelton Crow, but there just wasn't enough time there.
Right. So he just kind of had to eat it.
So now 3rd and goal for the Broncs from the 4, just inside the 5-yard line. And this time Garrett Way will be in the backfield with Rager and Crow blocking backs along the near side, and they'll give the inside handoff. And Way, boy, defensively, Tucker Sides, he came right through the defense and tackled Garrett Way for a loss all the way back to the 9-yard line. That's a 4-yard loss, but the Broncs are going to try to kick a field goal here. And the kicker will be Gilbertson. He'll spot this ball down at the 16-yard line. So it'll be a 26-yard field goal attempt Snap good, hold good, and the kick is up, and it is good. With 2:20 remaining here in the first half, it's the Bronc 17. Natrona County is yet to score. You're listening to Bronc football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Need screen printed and embroidered items? Well, whatever you need, Kilpatrick Creations is the go-to local company for these types of items. If it's screen printed or stitched, we are the ones to help you. Give us a call first. We're here to help you and want to help you with your imprinted garment or accessory needs. We've been in the business and serving Sheridan County for over 20 years. We have the experience, talent, and selection of goods that allows us to help you promote your business, club, or event in the best, most affordable way possible. Come see Kilpatrick Creations for all your screen printed or embroidered needs.
I'm Doug Hockett with Stiefel Investments, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back after the field goal. Beck Haswell will tee up this ball. The Broncs leading 17-0 with 2:20 left here in the first half. And Ryan, the Bronc defense has really stymied Natrona. They haven't done much on offense. One big play, an 18-yard play, and but on that drive, the Broncs hurt themselves a little bit with a penalty, but then the Natrona County defense kind of stepped up as well.
Yeah, they Tucker Sides made a great play there on that third down to keep Sheridan out of the end zone.
This time Haswell, his boot, that one will go out of the back of the end zone. He really put the boot to that one. And Natrona County, no chance at a return, and will be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, James Timberlake will bring you the Powderhorn halftime report. And James will take a look at all the happenings around Sheridan County this week, talk about the Sheridan Lady Bronc volleyball team as they will play for 3rd place later on this afternoon at the state volleyball tournament. State swimming and diving going on in Cheyenne today as well. And take a look at what is coming up tomorrow as far as Bronco football. So Olsen flings one outside. It's going to be caught for about a 5 or 6 yard gain. That's going to be Aiden Yeomans on the little flare pass to the far side. 6 yard gain on first down. We'll actually maybe give him 7 yards out across the 25 to the 27 yard line.
We've got the Bighorn Lady Rams taking on the Lady Eagles for the state championship in the 2A volleyball.
Bighorn versus Tongue River for the 2A state championship later on tonight in Casper.
Should be a fun one.
4th time they've met this year. Now Olsen again flings it outside to Yeomans, and that one is incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Mustangs. Yeomans again the intended receiver, but Olsen's pass was just wide, and Yeomans couldn't handle it. So 1:43 to go here in the first half. Broncs leading 17-0 on the range scoreboard. On a beautiful Saturday afternoon here at Homer Scott Field. Good crowd, both sides. A lot of folks from Casper. A good crowd on hand here from the Sheridan folk as well. But why not? Why not come out and enjoy a beautiful afternoon?
Yeah, the sun is beautiful. What a great day for football.
Gage Brooks will be the receiver to the far side. 2 receivers coming to the near side. They have an up back and a tailback. They turn. They give it to Palermo. Palermo breaks a tackle. He'll be close, but I don't know if they might give him the 30-yard line.
Right? I think they're going to give him.
I think they'll give him the first down. I think his knee came down about a yard shy, but he rolled forward, and that's where they spot the ball. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs with 1.5 minutes to go here in the first half. And at some point, you feel like Natrona is going to take a shot because there's not much time left here in the first half. Olsen, 3 receivers in the formation. Turns, fakes it to Palermo, rolls to the far side, has a man that's caught out there by Cooper Cox, and that'll be enough for a Natrona first down.
About the 42, 43?
About the 43-yard line. So that time, Kenai Olsen, the Mustangs quarterback, rolled out, giving him a little more time and a little more open look.
And now Natrona is going to step up the pace a little bit.
Palermo got the handoff, and he's going to be stood up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And Natrona's going to call a timeout with 49 seconds left here in the first half.
Beck Haswell was the first one there to slow him down, and then his buddies came and cleaned it
So
up
a timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here as coming up at halftime again, James Timberlake will take a look. We will be in Laramie next weekend, Ryan, no matter what happens the rest of this way today, because the Bighorn Rams came from 11 points down midway through the third quarter to get a 10-point win over Lovell last night, 35-25, and the Bighorn Rams are going back to War Memorial Stadium for the 2A state championship ball game, and they're going, I think it's the 8th or 9th time the Bighorn Rams have been to the state championship game at War Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, that was a fantastic finish last night. The Rams struggled a little bit in the first half, and then they got together as a team and said we're not ready to be done yet, and they gritted it out, and it was fun to watch.
They figured something out defensively about halfway through that third quarter, because Lovell was just running the ball all over them.
And they had some guys just step up and make some big plays.
Yeah.
That Van Dyken kid, he played well last night.
They all played well, so Bighorn will play for the championship next week. Here's Olson looking outside, has a man. That's Brooks, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be third down and about 4 with 45 seconds left, as Brooks out in the flat was able to make that catch and get out of bounds right at midfield. So Natrona is going to send 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Palermo will line up behind Olson. He drops back, has Brooks again, and that'll be enough for a first down, a 5-yard gain to the 45. And Natrona takes, I think, they're just stopping the clock
to move the chains.
And then they will wind it with 42 seconds left here in the first half. Sides will line up as the tight end. Olson rolls out, has a man, a flag comes in, it's caught, but a flag comes in. I think they're going to get a hold. That's in the area of holding, and it was thrown by the umpire. So the clock will stop with 35 seconds left, and a hold on the Mustangs will back them up. I'm sure the Broncs are going to step that off. So that'll move the ball back into Mustang territory at the 45-yard line. And it'll be first down and 20 for the Mustangs with 35 seconds to go here in the first half. The Broncs, I think the corners are playing off a little bit, just letting everything underneath happen. I think Natrona might have one more timeout. They do have 1 timeout left here in the half. Olson will sprint to the huddle from the sideline. And the Bronc faithful here in the stands start making some noise. They want this Bronc team to step up defensively here. A bunch formation of receivers on the far side. Olson straight back, and that's going to be bounced short of the receiver. That was Palermo coming out of the backfield, and Olson had to get rid of it early and throws it right into the grass with 32 seconds left. So second down and 20 for the Mustangs.
Good pressure by the Broncs, forcing that quarterback to have to throw it early.
Huffman and Hartman have done a great job on that interior D-line all year long. Olson, straight back, throws one up, and it's going to be short and incomplete. It was intended for Brooks. Carson Chase out there defensively, but I think the wind must have got a hold of that thing because it kind of it died. I'm like, Olson doesn't have that. I mean, it was only a 25-yard pass play.
Right. And it fell about 2 yards short of him.
So the wind must have got a hold of that ball and just knocked it down. With 27 seconds left, it'll be 3rd and 20 for the Mustangs. And coming up at the half again, James Timberlake will bring you the Powderhorn halftime report. Sides will go in motion. Turn around, fake it. They give it to Sides. He makes the catch, bounces off a guy. The ball comes loose, and I think the Broncs recover right
Sheridan
at midfield.
has the ball right at midfield. Who picked that up?
I think it was Kelton Crow who forced the fumble, and I'm not sure who fell on it.
Let's see who rings the turnover bell.
Well, nobody's coming to ring the bell because
they want to go.
They have to stay on play defense. With 20 seconds left, the Broncs have 2 timeouts left. And Garrett Way comes and rings the bell. So Garrett with the fumble recovery. And the Broncs. Gilbertson drops straight back, finds a man in the screenplay. Is that Crow? Crow knocked out of bounds deep into Natrona territory at about the 25-yard line, 26. So a big 25-yard pass play on first down with 11 seconds left to get the Broncs maybe in field goal territory.
Right.
They need one more pass play for about 10 yards to really set them up for maybe another field goal to end the half.
I say just punch it in the end zone.
Well, that too.
Heck with the kicking game.
4 receivers in the formation. 2 to each side. Gilbertson takes the snap, rolls to the near side, looking downfield, has a man. That's Breck Reed, and he falls down at the 23-yard line.
Timeout.
And the Broncs called timeout with 4.8 seconds left.
Yeah, Breck just slipped there.
Yep. The turf monster got him, didn't it?
Yeah.
So the ball would be played. The ball is at the 23-yard line. That would make it a 40-yard field goal attempt.
But the Broncs still do have one more timeout to use, so they can try to get a little bit closer for tie.
I mean, it would have to be quickly. A quick out for the Broncs would have to be with 4.8 seconds left. Let's see what the Broncs decide to do here. And it looks like they are going to try a field goal with the wind at their back. So they will set this ball down at the 30. It will be a 40-yard field goal with 4.8 seconds left.
Well, bottom line is you probably don't give Natrona any time left.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's one play here. And so Breck Reed will come out to hold. It'll be a 40-yard field goal attempt. I think the longest for tie this year is 32 yards. The snap's good. The hold is good. The kick is up. And it is no good. It's going to be wide to the right as we come to the end of the first half. It's the Sheridan Broncs 17, Natrona County nothing. We'll take a timeout. James Timberlake will join you with the Powderhorn halftime report when we come back right after this.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
Moss Holders Design Center proudly supports our young student athletes in Sheridan County. Being a member of a successful team takes determination, a strong work ethic, and great leadership. It's those qualities that have defined Moss Holders over the last 115 years in Sheridan. We're proud of the Moss Holders legacy, and we're proud of our local athletes and coaches. Let the talented and hardworking staff at Moss Holders help you with your next furniture purchase or design project. Moss Holders wishes each and every team the best of luck this season. Go Broncs and Lady Broncs.
Have you been in to see Sheridan YO Sports Cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
Is your toilet bowl so dingy and nasty that your dog won't even drink out of it? Originally it was white porcelain, but now it is a brownish green color. Ew. You need A-Plus plumbers to come and take that gross thing away and install a new one that is white again. Something that you aren't embarrassed to let the company use, and something your dog can drink from. A-Plus Plumbers, 672-9454. A-Plus Plumbers, they are #1 in the #2 business.
With rates changing, there's no better time to speak to a local expert. Start at First Federal Bank and Trust, where our local lenders know you and the current market. Whether you need to get pre-qualified, apply for a loan, or have questions about our programs, we're just a click or call away. If you'd rather start the process at home, that's okay too. Our website has mortgage calculators, checklists, and rates you can check 24/7. Making home happen doesn't get easier. Visit efirstfederal.bank, call us, or stop by. First Federal Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Nicole Christensen with First Bank of Wyoming. Our team is always looking for ways to make a positive impact and invest in the communities we serve. Whether it's through volunteering with nonprofits, serving on local boards, or sponsoring organizations and events throughout the area, we are committed to helping our local communities and making a difference. Last year alone, First Bank of Wyoming employees volunteered over 1,000 hours to organizations in our branch areas. We believe that we can create real change and make a lasting impact. First Bank of Wyoming, Division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC.
The havens at Sand Creek were created.
It's time for the Powderhorn Halftime Show with James Timberlake. James will be back with scores from around the state, upcoming Sheridan County sporting activities, and what's happening with your Wyoming Cowboys and Denver Broncos after this. From your Halftime Show sponsor, the Powderhorn.
The Powderhorn is proud to be a Sheridan Bronc supporter. With 27 holes of championship golf, tennis courts, swimming pools, a fitness center, and many social activities, the Powderhorn Golf community offers excellent real estate and membership options for you and your family. This is your invitation to start experiencing the Powderhorn today. To learn more about real estate and club membership opportunities, please call us at 674-9545 or email sales@thepowderhorn.com.
Hi, this is Brent Wolf with Sheridan Motors, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
We have hit halftime here at Homer Scott Field in this semifinal matchup between the 1-seeded Sheridan Broncs and the 4-seeded Natrona County Mustangs. Broncs are leading 17-0 at the halfway point of the rare Sunday afternoon game for the Broncs. I think this is the first time I can remember the Broncs having a Saturday game, at least playoff-wise, in a very, other than the state championship game, obviously. Here at home is what I'll say, in a very long time. I can't really seem to remember one. Welcome to the Bronc Halftime Report, presented by the Powderhorn. I'm your host, James Timberlake. We're going to have a chill, relax version of this week's show. It's weekend. We're going to chill out. We're going to relax. Nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and get into it. Coming up, I will get you a local sports schedule for the rest of the weekend around the Sheridan area, as well as a regional schedule for the Broncos and Wyoming basketball teams as well. Cowboy football team is off, so we'll skip them this week. But first, let's take a look at some of the other football scores from around the state from both last night and going on right now. In 4A, the other semifinal took place last night with 3-seeded Cheyenne East going on the road to face 2-seeded Campbell County, and East got out of there with a win in a nail-biter, 35-34. So the winner of this matchup between Natrona County and Sheridan will be taking on Cheyenne East in the state championship game next Saturday. Both 3A semifinal matchups took place last night. It was 3-seeded Riverton on the road taking on 1-seeded Star Valley, and Star Valley rolled in that one, shutting out Riverton 40-0. And then on the other side, 2-seeded Cody took the road trip to 4-seeded Douglas, and it was Cody coming out with a win in that one in a much closer affair than the other 3A game, with Cody winning 49-42. So it'll be a rematch again. I believe this is the 9th or 10th year in a row, something like that, between of a 3A state championship game between Star Valley and Cody. They've been doing it over and over and over again, ladies and gentlemen, so this will be another one added to the list. In 2A, 1-seeded Bighorn, they hosted 3-seeded Lovell at home Friday afternoon, and the Rams would advance with a victory, beating Lovell 35-25. And 4-seeded Cokeville, they were on the road taking on 2-seeded Mountain View early Friday afternoon as well, and Cokeville would pull off the upset, beating Mountain View 40-14. So next Friday, the Bighorn Rams will take on the Cokeville Panthers in Laramie for the 2A state championship, with kickoff scheduled for noon in that one. We will have that one live for you as well. 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO. In 1A 9-man, 5-seeded Saratoga went on the road to take on 2-seeded Pine Bluffs Friday afternoon. Pine Bluffs win handily in that matchup, winning 42-12. And the only other matchup going on this afternoon is a 1A 9-man game. It's Big Piney. They're on the road taking on 1-seeded Lingle Fort Laramie, and Lingle is leading that one currently pretty handily. 30-6 is the most recent update we got from that one. And finally, in 1A 6-man, 5-seeded 2-seeded Du Bois was on the road taking on 1-seeded Little Snake River yesterday afternoon. Little Snake River ran away with that one, beating Du Bois 67-0. And 3-seeded Encampment was on the road taking on 2-seeded Burlington yesterday afternoon as well. And that one was arguably the best game of the week, with Burlington beating Encampment 74-68 in triple overtime. So a fun game going on there in 1A 6-man. As for the other local sports action this weekend, starting with state volleyball, Sheridan Lady Broncs, they swept Cheyenne East earlier today in 3 games, meaning Sheridan will take on Thunder Basin in the third place game, with that one getting started here in just a little bit. I believe they just started first serve in that one. We'll keep you up to date over on the Sheridan Media socials as that one goes along. Also later today in the 2A State Volleyball Championship, there will be a matchup with big-time local implications with both Bighorn and Tongue River meeting up in the state championship game. That will take place later today, with first serve scheduled for 4:30 p.m. later this evening, evening. The Sheridan Lady Broncs swimming and diving team will also be in action today, competing in the state championship down at Cheyenne East. Finals for that event started earlier this morning at 10 a.m., and Kevin Coyle will keep you updated on those results on SheridanMedia.com and on the Sheridan Media Facebook page as well as he receives them. Concluding the local action this weekend are the Sheridan Hawks. They are on the road taking on Bozeman in 2 games. They played last night, and the Hawks won that first one 4-3, and they'll play again tonight in Bozeman, with the puck set to drop at 7:30 later this evening. That is a look at the local action this weekend. We'll get a quick break and come back with a look at the regional schedule for this weekend. You're listening to the Bronc Halftime Report, presented by the Powderhorn.
The Powderhorn is proud to be a Sheridan Bronx supporter. With 27 holes of championship golf, tennis courts, swimming pools, a fitness center, and many social activities, the Powderhorn Golf Community offers excellent real estate and membership options for you and your family. This is your invitation to start experiencing the Powderhorn today. To learn more about real estate and club membership opportunities, please call us at 674-9545 or email sales@thepowderhorn.com.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
Mossholders Design Center proudly supports our young student athletes in Sheridan County. Being a member of a successful team takes determination, a strong work ethic, and great leadership. It's those qualities that have defined Mossholders over the last 115 years in Sheridan. We're proud of the Mossholders legacy, and we're proud of our local athletes and coaches. Let the talented and hardworking staff at Mossholders help you with your next furniture purchase or design project. Mossholders wishes each and every team the best of luck this season. Go Broncs and Lady Broncs.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back to the Bronc Halftime Report, presented by the Powderhorn. Wyoming Cowboy football team, they are off this weekend, but the Wyoming Cowboy basketball team will be back in action tomorrow afternoon, taking on Tennessee State. The Pokes won their opener earlier this week against Concordia St. Paul, 108-85. Newcomer Obi Agbim came off the bench in that one with 25 points in 25 minutes, and Scott Ibube, another newcomer, played just 10 minutes, also off the bench, but he finished with 19 points as well. Along with this game coming up this Sunday, tomorrow against Tennessee State, the Cowboys will also play on Wednesday with a tough matchup taking on Texas Tech on the road down in Lubbock. The game tomorrow will tip off at 2 p.m., and the game against the Red Raiders of Texas Tech will tip off at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, and we'll have both of those games for you live on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO. And the game tomorrow, Tennessee State, that one will actually be on Fox Sports 106.3 because of the Broncos game, obviously. So that game will be on Fox Sports 106.3. The Red Raider game Wednesday, 6 p.m., that will be on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO. The Wyoming Cowgirl basketball team will also be in action this weekend. In fact, they're tipping off here in just a little bit. Actually, I think they just tipped off. About 2 o'clock is when they were supposed to get going. They're on the road taking on BYU, and the Cowgirls dropped their first game of the season, falling to Colorado 56-50. Cowgirls were getting dominated down low in that one on the boards, losing the rebounding matchup by 11. It was 45-34 rebounding advantage for Colorado, including allowing 18 offensive rebounds to Colorado. That's the big difference of the game right there. and the Cowgirls. They will take on BYU this afternoon. They will also play this upcoming Wednesday at home, taking on Regis University out of Denver, Colorado. First tip in that matchup against Regis University is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. Wednesday evening. We'll have the game later this afternoon going on right now. You can go check it out, Fox Sports 106.3 FM, and the game later on Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. on Fox Sports 106.3 FM as well. Finally, the Denver Broncos, they'll take on the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City tomorrow morning. The Broncos snapped a 16-game losing streak to the Chiefs in Week 8 of last season, winning 24-9. They hadn't beaten the Chiefs since I was in high school. It was 2015 when they last beat the Chiefs. They beat them for the first time in 16 matchups last year, Week 8 of last season, 24-9. That was the last time those two teams have met, and they have kind of gone in opposite directions since then, with the Chiefs going on to win the Super Bowl, obviously, and the Broncos, they ended up missing the playoffs entirely. This year, the Broncos will look to play a little bit of a spoiler with the Chiefs coming into this matchup, the last remaining undefeated team in the NFL at 8-0. It will be a very tough matchup, and the Broncos will come in as pretty heavy 7.5-point underdogs. There aren't many games where you'll see 7-point plus underdog lines in the NFL, but sometimes you get them. In this one, we do. Broncos 7.5-point underdogs. We'll have all the action live for you in that one on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO as well. Pregame scheduled for 9 a.m. and kickoff is scheduled for 11 a.m. in that one. Broncs and Mustangs, they're getting ready to head back out onto the field for the second half. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to send it back out to Homer Scott Field to Shane and Ryan Parker. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I've been your host, James Timberlake, and this has been the Bronc Halftime Report presented by the Powderhorn.
Have you been in to see Sheridan YO Sports Cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards, including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
Is your toilet bowl so dingy and nasty that your dog won't even drink out of it? Originally it was white porcelain, but now it is a brownish green color. Ew. You need A-plus plumbers to come and take that gross thing away and install a new one that is white again. Something that you aren't embarrassed to let the company use, and something your dog can drink from. A-plus plumbers, 672-9454. A-plus plumbers, they are number one in the number 2 business.
With rates changing, there's no better time to speak to a local expert. Start at First Federal Bank and Trust, where our local lenders know you and the current market. Whether you need to get pre-qualified, apply for a loan, or have questions about our programs, we're just a click or call away. If you'd rather start the process at home, that's okay too. Our website has mortgage calculators, checklists, and rates you can check 24/7. Making home happen doesn't get easier. Visit efirstfederal.bank, call us, or stop by. First Federal Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Nicole Christensen with First Bank of Wyoming. Our team is always looking for ways to make a positive impact and invest in the communities we serve. Whether it's through volunteering with nonprofits, serving on local boards, or sponsoring organizations and events throughout the area, we are committed to helping our local communities and making a difference. Last year alone, First Bank of Wyoming employees volunteered over 1,000 hours to organizations in our branch areas. We believe that we can create real change and make a lasting impact. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC.
The Havens at Sand Creek were created for 2 reasons: to permanently preserve a 55-year family lands legacy and to share this beautiful place with a limited number of new neighbors. Sand Creek Ranch enables you to make a 737-acre working ranch your home. There are home sites and land home packages available, each situated for privacy and elbow room. See more at thehavensatsandcreek.com or call me, Kim Hall, with Pinnacle Home and Land Group at ER8 Carroll Realty.
Are you ready for a new career path this spring? Sheridan College now offers an applied bachelor's in management and leadership. This degree is fully online and spring semester enrollment is now open. With flexible schedules and options to specialize, you can advance in your career without putting it on hold. Ready to make a change? Visit sheridan.edu/BAS and start building your tomorrow today. That's sheridan.edu/BAS. Assemble your team for the Sheridan Rec District Winter Shootout Youth Basketball Tournament December 6th through the 8th. Divisions are 5th through 8th grade boys and 5th through 6th grade girls. All teams have a 3-game guarantee and take place at Sheridan College and the Sheridan Junior High. This is a region-wide tournament with teams from Montana, South Dakota, Colorado, and Wyoming. It's $250 per team. Register now at tourneymachine.com, then search Sheridan, Wyoming. Questions? Call the Rec District 674-6421.
Hi, this is Colton Bates with the Bates team at Best, and our goal when working with any buyer or seller is to tailor the experience to them and their home wants and needs. Some people prefer that they have the entire process explained slowly. Others may want to show off their home in the most charming, wondrous, sensational way possible with looks that can back up its words. Maybe you'll be ready in 3 years, and in that case, I've got you circled for 2027. Or you're ready to get moving right here, right now, and in that case, let's get to work. For any situation you have, give us a call at 675-BEST and visit bestwy.net today.
Proudly brokered by EXP.
This is Jamie Barkell with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field, Ryan, as we take a look at the halftime stats. Sheridan had 10 first downs, Natrona with just 4. The Broncs had 240 yards of offense in that first half. Natrona with just 79 yards of offense. Natrona had the number 1 defense coming in yard-wise in the state in 4A, and they gave up an average of 215 yards a game this year through 10 games, and the Broncs have 240 yards in one half.
Yeah. If you would have told me that, I would have told you were crazy, because normally Natrona's defense is good, but Garrett Way has led the way for the Broncs. I'm not sure what he's got, but I'm sure you have that number.
11 carries for 148 yards in the first half. Natrona County with just 79 yards of offense in that first half, and that's why the Broncs lead this thing 17-0, and the Broncs will kick to Natrona to open the second half, and it will be Beck Haswell. He's got the ball teed up already, and we are just about ready to go. 12 minutes on the clock, and the Broncs lead at 17-0. They're halfway to Laramie. And Haswell's kick, wind not blowing quite as hard, is short. It'll be caught at the 16-17-yard line. It will be Zaven Thomas out across the 25 and dropped inside the 20 or outside the 25 at about the 27-yard line. Actually, they're going to give him the 29, and so Natrona will start at their own 29-yard line. They were able to move the ball a little bit, but just 79 yards of offense in that first half for the Mustangs. See what adjustments have been made at halftime. And Olsen will bring a man in motion across the formation. And they give it to Palermo, and he's stacked up maybe a 2-yard gain.
Nice tackle by Harvey Freiberger.
Harvey came down the line and made that tackle. So a 2-yard gain out to the 31-yard line, 2nd down and 8 for the Mustangs. Looks like the Sheridan girls swimmers finished 6th place at the state swim meet. Coach Mowry's daughter 3rd in a couple of different races, so she's going to all-state in a couple of events.
That's awesome.
Just a sophomore. Olsen with 2 backs will send a man in motion, turn, and they fake the give. Now they've got a man. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage, almost intercepted by Crow, but it'll fall incomplete.
Was that Freiberger or Haswell that got the tip?
I think Haswell got a big old mid up on it again. 3rd down and 8 for the Mustangs at their own 31-yard line. So the defensive line, again, doing a good job of just playing solid football, taking up space. 4 receivers in the formation. They drop straight back. Brooks, he's going to catch it, but he's going to be short of the first down as the ball was short, but he had to go down on his knee to make the catch, and it will bring up a 4th down and 2 for the Mustangs out at the 37-yard line. It looks like the punt team's coming on. Natrona, they're still in this ball game. This game is not over yet. Obviously, just a 17-point lead for the Broncs, but they're going to have to figure out a way offensively to put some pressure on this Bronc defense.
Yeah, I really like the physicality of the interior linemen for the Broncs right now.
Natrona County shifts. And the punt is away, and it will be Reed calling for the fair catch, and that will be taken at the 28-yard line. So got it up in the wind and had plenty of hang time, and Breck Reed just had to call for that fair catch. So the Broncs will take over at their own 28-yard line, and the offense will come back out on the field. You know, Ty's been bothered by a foot injury, but he doesn't show any signs of it while he plays. He wears a boot during the week, and then he does practice a little bit, and then looks pretty decent here today.
Yeah, you know, he's limited. He normally starts in the defensive backfield, but, you know, they're just being safe with him and letting him play quarterback, and they're deep enough that he doesn't need to play on the defensive side of the ball.
So 3 receivers to the short side. That's the far side of the field, and 1 receiver here. They're going to bring Carson Chase in motion, and he'll set up in the slot, and they give it to Reed. Actually, is that Morris? Morris is going to have to make one man miss and can't, and it's going to be a loss all the way back to the 25 or 26. That'll be a 2-yard loss as Chance Morris just couldn't get away. The defense did a nice job of not biting on the reverse.
Yeah, that play took a little bit of time to develop.
And they'll use that play to set up some other plays as well. Three receivers to the far side, and they bring Carson Chase into the backfield. Now they're going to flare him out. Now they look to the backside, and it's going to be caught, but it's going to be no gain on the play, maybe even a loss of a half a yard as Crow made the catch. But now it's going to be 3rd and about 12 or 13 for the Broncs. Boy, nothing doing offensively here. They're going to have to get Garrett Way back in.
You know, the Broncs haven't used Kelton Crow much today.
No.
We haven't called his name very often this afternoon.
In that first half, I think if we look at it, Crow had 4 carries for 3 yards in the first half. This time it's a toss to Way, and he can't get away. Boy, the Broncs went backwards on that offensive series. That's a 6 or 7 yard loss all the way back to the 21-yard line, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Broncs are going to have to punt this ball away.
That was an ugly drive by the Broncs.
That might be the worst offensive drive of the season. I mean,
yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
8 yards in the negative to start their first drive of the second half. And Reed will step back to punt this ball away, and Natrona's going to come away with good field position as Reed stands at his 5-yard line to receive the snap. It's a good snap. Reed gets it away, and a fair catch is going to be called. And it hit the Natrona guy.
Yes,
it
did.
It hit the up back.
Yes, it did.
And the Broncs recover at the Natrona 44-yard line. It bounced right off the foot of Nomar Gonzalez.
Number 24.
And straight into the arms of the Bronc down man, the guy that was down tackling, and just fell on it right at the 44-yard line.
Boy, you've got to. Someone needed to call.
They're talking about it here. Oh, they're going to give the ball to Natrona. They got together and talked about it. Boy, now Jeff Mowry wants an explanation because the official was right there. He saw it hit the up back. Just because he calls for a fair catch doesn't mean that ball is not. I mean, it bounced off the other Natrona man.
You still have to field the ball. And we'll see if Mowry gets I don't think he's going to get the explanation that he wants, but.
And they know. I mean, that's a gift for Natrona. That is a gift. So Natrona will take over at their own 44-yard line. Tyler Palermo will be the deep back. Sides will be the up back. And Olsen drops straight back. He's in a little bit of trouble. He rolls out, finds a man, makes a move, and the reception made by Cooper Cox is going to be into Sheridan territory. Haswell thought he got held.
About the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Haswell thought he got, his shoulder pad was outside of his jersey after that play was over. He was calling for being held, but no call. 7:58 to go here in the third. Olsen again goes down the backside, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Brooks. No, that's not Brooks. I think he was looking for Aiden Yeomans out on that far side. He threw it wide. Yeomans had to make a dive for it, but the defender Carson Chase was right there as well. So 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs at the Bronc 42-yard line. Kenai Olsen with Palermo, the deep back. He'll drop straight back. Has Gilbertson coming off the edge, and there got him on the sack. Boy, Ty Gilbertson came in on defense that play. He came on a blitz, and Palermo's dropped all the way back to the 49. That's a loss of 7 yards.
Wow.
So just as we were talking about Ty maybe not being quite as fleet of foot, he came in on the blitz and got the sack.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I just said he wasn't playing defense because they didn't need him to, and then he comes and makes a monster play. Good job, Ty.
3rd and 17 now for the Mustangs. The ball just into Bronc territory at the 49. 4 receivers in the formation, and the Broncs are going to come on another blitz. They're showing blitz. Now they back out of it. Olsen, a screen pass, and the defender comes up, and they knock him down after a 3 or 4 yard gain out to the Bronc 44-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and 14 or 15. And let's see what Natrona decides here. We're halfway through the third quarter, and they're going to bring on the punting team. And this is a spot where maybe the Broncs think they might fake it again here. They're not bringing their punt return team on. They will drop Reed back, but everybody else kind of stays put. A snap to Olsen, and he does kick the ball away. And the ball will bounce and be downed at the 2-yard line. Boy, the Broncs are going to have to go 98 yards.
Yep.
So a good punt by the Mustangs. Kenai Olsen pins the Broncs deep in their own end at the 2-yard line, and that's where the next offensive series will take place. I'd like to see the Broncs just maybe get back to basics, run the ball a little bit here.
It was definitely working in the first half.
Straight away with Garrett Way, 140 yards of rushing in that first half. And now the signals come in from the sidelines, and the Broncs will line up at their own 2-yard line. And the give is straight ahead to Way. He breaks into the secondary out to the 15-yard line. First down, Broncs.
That's a great start. Now they got it. They're out of the shadow of their own end zone.
So 148 plus 15 gives him 163 so far today. This time they give it to Way again, and not much doing. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage before he's brought down. So 13 carries for 161 so far for Garrett Way this afternoon with 5.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 10 for the Broncs. Two up backs with Garrett Way, the tailback, and they'll give it to him. Looking for a block, breaks a tackle, and will be dropped at about the 24. It'll be 3rd and about 6 or 7 for the Broncs.
They're marking him at the 18.
Okay, at the 18-yard line. Just over the 18, it'll be 3rd and a long 6. Morris and Chase back in for the Broncs. And they're going to send 3 receivers to the far side. Reed will be the lone receiver to the short side of the field. Now they bring Carson Chase in motion. Now they send him back outside. And now his signals come in from the sidelines. And the Broncs want a timeout. With 4:38 to go here in the third quarter, the Broncs lead this thing 17-0 on the Range scoreboard. We'll take a timeout, be back with more right after this.
Wyoming corporate office is located at 30 North Gould Street in Sheridan, and they provide a myriad of services.
What is a registered agent, you may ask? The real question is, what aren't they? Wyoming Corporate Office can assist you in forming your LLC or Wyoming-based corporation, provide mail forwarding service, and accept legal and financial documents, and so much more. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back. As the Broncs will come out of the timeout, looking to keep the ball here alive. So the Broncs will line up their best play here to see if they can pick up a first down and sustain some offense. They haven't, boy, the second half offense has not been great. 4 receivers in the formation, and it's going to be Crow, the snap receiver. He'll fake it, and he's going to be up the middle, fighting for yards, and he's going to have enough for the Bronc first down. On the Wildcat, they faked the jet sweep to Garrett Way, and Crow just kept it across the 25 out to about the 27, 28-yard line. So a first down for the Broncs to sustain this drive.
Nice 10-yard run for Kelton Crow.
So the clock continues to run down here in the third quarter as we approach 4 minutes left. Inside handoff to Way. Now he's going to bounce it outside, and he's going to be swallowed up. That's going to be a loss of about a yard. But not a lot of room on the edges for Garrett Way here in the second half.
Natrona's done a really good job this half of extending that outside and getting. They're not allowing Sheridan to get to that corner.
Well, they made some adjustments at halftime, and they're really being a little more pursuit happy. So if the Broncs get by the original, the initial pursuit, there's going to be a lot of green grass. But Natrona doing a good job of tackling here in the third quarter. Gilbertson's going to bring a man in motion. And actually, it's Crow. He keeps it straight up the middle. He'll maybe get a yard. So a 2-yard gain on the play, but it'll be 3rd down and 8. If they spot, right at the 30-yard line, it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Broncs. With 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. And now a timeout, or a stoppage of some sort. I think Tucker Sides has an equipment issue. He's got to come off for one play. Yeah, they're wrapping up some. He must have some blood or something on his. This time they flare the ball out to Crow. Crow makes a man miss, falls forward, but he's going to be short of the first down at about the 33 or 34-yard line. And there's a flag down as well. Flag laying at the 28-yard line.
There was a big old block out there, but I think they might get him for a hold.
So it'll be 4th and 6, or it'll be, they decline it, it'll be 3rd and about 20. See what Steve Harshman wants to do. Obviously, Harshman, he's won 241 games in the state of Wyoming. It's a hold on the Broncs. That penalty's declined. It will bring up 4th down. Ball placed at the 33-yard line. It'll be 4th and 5. And let's see, is this a spot where they want to try to get Breck Reed on the outside again? They've got all those guys sucked inside. I wonder if this is a spot where they would maybe try to fake this thing. With 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The snap is good, and Reed will kick this ball away, and it hangs up in the wind and goes out of bounds. And Natrona's going to come away with really good field position again. That ball is going to be out at the 40-yard line. So Natrona will take over at their own 40 with 2:16 left here in the third quarter. The winner of this ball game will play for the 4A state championship in Laramie next weekend against the Cheyenne East T-Birds.
Could be a rematch of last year.
The last two.
Okay, the last 2 years.
Sheridan has beat East in the last 2 state championship games in Laramie.
I thought we had Thunder Basin in there, but
Thunder Basin's played for 1 state title, and that was the COVID year.
Gotcha.
Palermo, actually it's Olson. He'll swing it outside to Yeomans. Yeomans with a 5-yard catch, but the tackle made out there by Reed. So a 5-yard pitch and catch for the Mustangs with 2 minutes left here in the third. 2nd down and 5 for the Mustangs as they approach midfield. Olson takes the snap, gives straight ahead to Palermo. He breaks a tackle in the backfield and picks up a couple yards. Freiberger and I think Huffman were there defensively initially, but he broke away and picked up a couple yards.
Yeah, he got loose, and then Kelton Crow came in and finished him off.
It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Mustangs. Ball just outside the 48-yard line of the Bronx, of the Mustangs. Four receivers in the formation with Palermo lined up behind Olson. Olson's going to bring sides in motion, and they give it to Palermo. No, they're going to roll out to the far side, and he's going to be sacked by Beck Haswell. Boy, Olson had no chance, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, 4th and 10, all the way back to the Natrona 41-yard line. It'll be 4th and 9. With under 40, well, right about 40 seconds left. They're going to have to snap this ball one time before the end of the quarter. So 25 seconds left here in the quarter. Chase and Reed back deep for the Bronx. The ball bounces. Olson's able to get it away, and it's going to bounce and be taken by Carson Chase. Carson cuts it up inside. A flag comes in at about the 20-yard line. Is that a block in the back? Well, he was 10. That's 10 yards really behind where the ball was even corralled. So with 7 seconds left, the officials will get together. Boy, a lot of penalties on the Bronx here in the second half.
Yeah.
And they're going to step that off from, the 19 or 20-yard line. A block in the back, they say.
So that's going to put him back in
about the 10-yard line.
Yep.
Or the 9. I think they're going to spot it as the 9. So the Bronx in the shadow of their own goal line again here to end this third quarter. They'll get one play here in the third quarter. And then we will be on to the fourth. The offense will send 2 receivers to the far side with Reed alone on the near side. They give it to a jet sweep to Morris, and he'll bounce it out to about the 15. Actually, they're going to give him progress the 14-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter. The Bronx leading 17-0 on the Range scoreboard. We'll come back with the fourth and final quarter. You're listening to Bronx football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Taking on a new loan can be scary, but there's no need to fear. Campco Federal Credit Union is here. At Campco, we aim to help our members have a successful financial future. We offer secured credit cards, new and used auto loans, home loans, and more. We'll guide you through the loan process and put your mind at ease for your next big purchase. Campco Federal Credit Union is ready to help you. Apply online, come into one of our branches, or call us. Campco Federal Credit Union, NCUA, and Equal Housing Lender.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field as we get ready to go to the fourth and final quarter here in the 4A state semifinals. The Bronx looking to get back to War Memorial Stadium for the 9th time in the last 10 years.
That's just unprecedented.
9 times in 10 years. I think Cody and Star Valley are going to play for the 3A state title. I think that'll be the 5th consecutive year that they will play for the 3A state title.
That's always a fun game to watch when you're down in Laramie, is that 3A game.
Actually, it'll be just the 3rd. Jackson was there for 2 seasons prior in 20 and 21. So it'll be the 3rd consecutive year Cody and Star Valley will play for the state title in 3A. Bronx inside handoff to Garrett Way. He'll bounce it out across the 20 and have enough for the first down.
Yeah, out to the 21. Nice 7-yard run.
So a 7-yard carry by Garrett Way right up the teeth of that defense. And the Bronc offense will keep it rolling. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. 3 receivers to the outside, 2 to the near side. Gilbertson now looks to the sideline. Will get the play in. And the play call comes in. And they're going to bring Andrew Stewart in motion. Now they drop straight back. Ty's got a man down the middle of the field. It's Carson Chase, and he's caught out to the 44-yard line.
And he took a good shot right there and was able to hold on.
And one of the Bronc receivers is down, and one of the
cramping up.
I think it's just a cramp. Breck Reed is cramping up.
We've seen that we've seen this from him before this year.
So a big
but Carson
catch.
Chase held on to that ball. He took a
good shot across the middle, didn't he?
Yeah.
But a good catch by Chase, and he hung on out at the 44-yard line. So a 23-yard pass play. And the Bronx offense will continue to roll. Boy, that cramp, he's in a – if they got to get that cramp worked out because he is in a lot of pain. He's writhing down there. And it is just a cramp. They're stretching him out. Get that kid some pickle juice. Trainer Joanne Goss out working on him.
Well, you heard Coach Mounty talk about her in the pregame, and she does such a fantastic job, not only with the football team, but with all the student athletes here at Sheridan High School.
So Breck will come off on under his own power.
He's just like, doggone it.
And he'll get that thing worked out. They need to get some electrolytes or something into him. With Breck now out of the game, that'll bring in Andrew Stewart at one of the wide receiver spots. So 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the short side of the field. And again, this time it's going to go downfield. Oh, Gage Rogers.
Was that Gage?
Boy, Gage had a great attempt. He jumped.
He had to go up high for it, and it just bounced out of his hands at the top of his jump.
The crowd, I think, wanted a pass interference call, but
I think that was good play.
It was probably good defense.
Yeah. That's just a good defensive play. Made that receiver have to go up in the air to get it. And
well, Ty put it up only where his guy could get it, and it just went off his hands. But a 2nd down and 10 now for the Broncs with 11:14 left here in the state semifinal. Offensive line still doing a good job up front. Boy, the Hogs getting it done for the Broncs. Now they're going to bring Carson Chase in motion across the formation. Give it to Crow. Crow steps inside one man. Now is off to the races into the secondary and be tackled inside the 40 at about the 37, 38-yard line.
All the way down to the 38.
Boy, that's Crow's best run of the day.
Both of these running backs these teams need to understand that they cannot arm tackle these guys.
Well, that started up front. The Hogs blew a big hole in the line. And Crow had a lot of green space in front of him. They got to the 2nd level, and Crow just followed his blocks downfield. 10:45 to go here in the ball game. They're going to bring Morris in motion. And now the give. Actually, Ty's going to keep it for a couple yards up to the 35-yard line. So Ty will gain 3 on 1st down. 2nd down and 7. They faked the give to Crow. And Ty kept it and went right up the gut. So Haswell, Morris, and Chase to the far side. Gage Rogers, the receiver, to the near side. Drop straight back, and this time Ty's going to follow Garrett way into the hole. Actually, that's Crow. He's into the secondary, off and running. Ty's at the 10-5. Touchdown, Bronc!
What patience did Gilbertson just show? That was from
That's a 35-yard touchdown run.
Yep.
So Gilbertson, 35 yards, and he'll come on to kick the extra point. That extends the lead to 23-0 with 10:03 left here in the ball game. And Ty showed no ill effects of having a sore foot there.
No, but what he did show was great patience.
Yeah, he did, yes. Followed his blocks.
That's right.
High snap. The hold is good, and the kick is up, and it is good. With 10:03 left here in the final quarter, it's the Bronx 24, Natrona County nothing. You're listening to Bronx Football on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM, and streaming live at SheridanMedia.com.
You can go to the Birds with Farmers Co-op Convenience Store. What I mean is Farmers Co-op Deli offers awesome oven-roasted chicken wings. So if you're a wing fan like I am, you're going to really like this. Chicken wings made fresh to order. That's right, you can order up some tasty wings, then grab a soda while they cook up a batch just for you. Get yours today and all your other favorites from the deli at Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue.
Hi, I'm County Commissioner Christy Haswell, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. Shane and Ryan Parker bringing you all the live action of Bronc football here in the 4A state semifinals. Gorgeous day of football. Really no wind to speak of now. Flags are barely moving down there on the south end of the field. Haswell has it teed up, and the Broncs lead at 24-0 with 10 minutes left here in the ball game. And Haswell boots it away, and this one's going to be over the head and into the end zone for a touchback. And good sign as Breck Reed is back up off the bench and putting his gloves on to go out and play some defense.
That kid's a trooper, man.
He's not going to be in on this play, I don't think, but he's getting ready to roll. He just told his defensive back coach, I'm good to go. So Kenai Olson, the quarterback for the Mustangs, comes out with 4 receivers in the formation. Tyler Palermo, the back behind him. Drops straight back, looking out into the flats. Has a man. It's caught by Gage Brooks for maybe a 2-yard gain. Palermo, actually Olson just having a tough time throwing the ball all the way to the outside. Brooks has had to go down low several times to make, I think he's caught 3 that way, but a 2-yard gain on first down. 9:35 to go here in the ball game. Palermo again with 4 receivers in the formation, and he's looking to go deep this time. He throws it up, has a man, it's caught. And it's caught out there by Brooks, I do believe. Clear out to the Natrona 49-yard line. 27-yard pass play all the way out to the 49. Rudy Green covering out there for the Broncs.
Well, Natrona's going to have to try to get some chunk plays here because they're running out of time.
Well, the Broncs are going to send a blitz this time, and they got to him.
Keegan
Rager came right up the middle on a blitz and got to Olson. That's a loss all the way back to the Natrona 41. It's an 8-yard loss. So second down and 18. I was going to say, boy, Coach McEwen is going to dial up some pressure here if they're just going to drop back and pass. And
you bet.
He brought it that time. Now they're going to roll up Chance Morris and drop Andrew Stewart back in that safety spot. 1 high safety. And again, now they're bringing an end blitz, and it's a screen play to Palermo. Palermo gets to the edge and run out of bounds across midfield at the 40 at the
And
Bronc 49.
That was Chance Morris that came on that blitz.
So this time it'll be 3rd and 8 after the 10-yard gain there on the screen pass. Oh, now it says 4th and 8, but I think it's 3rd. I think it's 3rd down. Yeah, now they're changing it. 3rd down and 8 for the Mustangs at the Bronc 49-yard line. Olsen drops straight back, has a man along the sidelines. It's incomplete over on the sideline. Rudy Green in coverage. Good job defensively, and it'll bring up 4th down, and the Mustangs are going to have to go for it here. I mean, they're down 24 points. And a Mustang is down along the far sideline, laying right at the 40-yard line. I think it might be Brooks. Let's see. They're rubbing a calf. Maybe he's just cramping up as well. Hopefully nothing too serious. Now he's sitting up. I think he looks like he might be okay. Yeah, they're going to get him up. So I think just a cramp there in his calf. They'll get him off. So 4th down and 8 for the Mustangs from the Bronc 49 with 8:15 remaining here in the ball game. The Broncs leading 24-0 on the range scoreboard. And Natrona, they're going to bring 3 receivers to the near side with a single back lined up in the pistol with Olsen. Olsen takes the snap, rolls, ducks down the middle, and it's caught, but it's going to be
way
short. And they'll turn it over on downs. The Broncs are going to get the ball back. So the Broncs will take over at the Mustang 46-yard line. It's unbelievable to me that these coaches can get this group of kids in the right positions all the time.
Yep.
They make play after play after play. Gilbertson. Oh, boy. Oh, they've got to throw that. That's an absolute.
There it came.
Man, Beck Haswell got drilled in the chest head area well after that ball was overthrown.
And this near side official watched it happen, and that flag had to come from the official clear across the field.
And that's Gus Bertinoli, who went high on Beck Haswell and just laid him out. Haswell still flat on his back just across midfield. And that is Bush League. That is a play that doesn't need to happen.
Yep, the ball was well over his head.
And that'll give the Broncs 15 yards.
Did they call targeting, or did they just call
I think they called just a personal foul. But hopefully Beck's all right. I mean,
yeah.
It looks like he's going to be okay. He's up on his own.
Maybe just got winded or something, but it was definitely up around the head and shoulders area.
So I think he's going to be okay. That moves the ball to the Natrona 39-yard line. So now a big Gilbertson. His pass was overthrown to Haswell. It was well overthrown, and boy, Bertinoli just laid one on. Beck Haswell draws the 15-yard penalty. Now the Broncs they can run the ball here. Now an inside handoff to Garrett Way, and he'll pick up 3 or 4. Another late flag comes in. I'm sure that's going to be a hold coming from the backside. They're going to get together and talk about it. Yeah, they're talking to Natrona, so it'll be against the Broncs. And they'll step that off from the 37-yard line. And so they'll move the ball back 10 yards. It'll be first and about 17, 18 for the Broncs. They'll bring two receivers to the near side, one to the far side. Two backs standing alongside Gilby. Ty looks to the sidelines. They signal in the play. Garrett and Kelton standing alongside. Now they're going to bring Carson Chase in motion. And they fake the give right down the middle of the field. Oh, just led Garrett way a little bit. But look at, boy, Gage Rogers was all alone about the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd and 17 for the Broncs. With 7:36, I mean, it's going to be, it looks like the Broncs are well on their way to making their 9th consecutive trip to War Memorial Stadium in 9 out of 10, playing in 9 out of the last 10 state championship games.
That is just crazy statistics right there.
And a 42nd consecutive win. This time they faked the give. Inside pass. It hit Gage Rogers right in the chest, and he drops it. But it's going to be 3rd down for the Broncs. I think the Broncs should just run the ball. Let's get the clock going here.
I don't understand why they're throwing it.
3 consecutive pass plays. Let's run the ball. We've had a lot of success running the ball today.
Yeah, and you want to just keep that clock going.
I'm not going to second guess these coaches, but
right.
Now Gilbertson flanked by Crow and Way. Bring Carson Chase in motion across the formation. And they give it to Crow. Crow into the secondary. He'll have enough for the first down. Spins off a tackler down to the 36-yard line.
No, he's way short of the first down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the first stick.
Yep. We were a double. We had double sticks.
But now it'll bring up, is it 4th down now for the Broncs? It'll be 4th and about 7. 4th and 6, we'll call it. 4th and 7 from the 30, just behind the 35-yard line. It looks like the Broncs are going to go for it here.
Well, yeah. Natrona's offense hasn't shown anything all day, so if you don't get it.
Ty drops straight back. He'll go right up the middle, and he's fighting for yardage. He's going to come up about a yard short.
Yeah, he's just about a yard short. They're going to mark him at the 30, and he needed the 29.
So Ty Gilbertson comes up a yard short, and the Broncs will turn it over back to the Mustangs. A Mustang is down on the field right where the tackle happened. With 6:45 left here in the ball game, Broncs lead this thing 24-0 on the range scoreboard. With the injury on the field, we'll take timeout. We'll come back with more. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM.
Are you wanting to start a business, make some home improvements, or have your eye on a new RV or vehicle? Security State Bank is a locally owned and operated bank that is small enough to listen, yet big enough to help. Security State Bank can help qualified applicants achieve these goals with competitive interest rates and quick in-house decisions. Stop by Security State Bank in Sheridan, Gillette, Worland, Graybull, or Basin and find out more online at ssbwyo.bank. Security State Bank, NMLS 401472, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Jeff Tomlinson with Stiefel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. We're in the 4th quarter with 6:45 left here in the ballgame. Broncs lead at 24-0, looking to go back to the state championship game, looking for their 4th consecutive state title. Sides comes in motion. The Broncs send a little bit of a blitz. Now the pass downfield, incomplete. Looking for Cooper Cox right down the seam. Good coverage out there by Ryan Taylor. So all the Fall sports coming to an end today, except for football. Football will end next week with all 5 state championship games next Friday and Saturday at War Memorial Stadium. Girls swimming and volleyball ending today. Kenai Olson looking downfield, has a man. That's caught by Yeomans. Actually, that is Peyton Maggi. Maggi out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs. So Olson waits for the signals to come in from the sideline. Sheridan Lady Broncs won the first set over Thunder Basin 25-23 in their 3rd place match at the state volleyball tournament. First time they've been there since 2016.
Looking to bring home some hardware.
Yep. Olson across the middle has a man, and that's going to be short of the first down as Cox caught it again coming across the middle, and that's going to bring up 4th and 2. So 4th and 2 for the Mustangs. We're under 5:40 to go here in the ball game. The Broncs continue to lead this thing 24-0 on the range scoreboard. Olson kind of into a jumbo package here on 4th and 2 with 2 up backs. They're going to give it straight ahead to Palermo, and he dives forward. He's going to have enough for the first down as they keep pushing the pile to the 45-yard line, and Natrona is going to get another set of downs.
Maybe they're going to give him the 46.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 46-yard line as we approach 5 minutes left here in the ballgame. And, I thought last night after Bighorn won, I was like, you know what? We have to make a trip to Laramie anyway. We might as well stay for Saturday as well, right?
That's right. But you just never knew how the Broncs were going to come out after, having to change up their schedule. But it hasn't affected them one bit.
Olson, he'll drop straight back. There's a man. It's wide of Maggi out there on the far side. 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. So 9 consecutive trips to the War Memorial Stadium for the Broncs. The game in 2020 was not played at War Memorial Stadium due to COVID, but they were there in 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, and then 21, 22, 23, and now in 24. Olson looking downfield. He'll make it to midfield and run in. They're saying still inbounds, but he's tackled shy.
Is it about the 48?
So 3rd and about 4 for the Mustangs after the 6-yard run on 2nd down by the quarterback, Olson. A couple of Broncs had a chance to get him from behind. He was just elusive enough to pick up 6 yards.
Yeah, the Broncs have really stiffened up their defense today. Natrona's offense hasn't done anything.
They've struggled to score at times this year, especially against better teams. Now Olson pump fakes, goes deep, and it's overthrown. Looking for Aiden Yeomans. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Actually, it's going to be 4th and 4 now from the Bronc 48-yard line. So a 4th down play as we are now under 4 minutes to go. 3:57 left in the ball game. The Broncs are going to head back to war, man. You never know.
I'm glad we get to be a part of it.
You never know year to year how the team's going to be. But this coaching staff just does such an amazing job preparing these young men. Olson, he's going to drop straight back. Looking downfield, he's chased to the near side. Avoids one man, lets it fly. It's undercut, and it's intercepted by Carson Chase at the 30-yard line.
And Kelton Crow, he He let Olsen know that he was there. Well, that's pretty much going to do it.
Now the Broncs can just hopefully try to run this clock out. I mean, there's still 3:47 left in the ball game.
And Natrona's got all 3 timeouts. But we'll see.
The nails are in.
I think so. Yeah. Up 24.
So they'll place the ball at the 30-yard line. And the offense back out on the field. It'll be Crow in the backfield. Now they turn, get the signals from the sideline. 4 receivers in the formation. Rogers and Stewart to the near side. Now they bring Andrew Stewart across the formation. High snap, but the give is to Crow. Crow's tripped up after a gain of 2 out to the 32-yard line, but the clock will just continue to run. See if Natrona tries to stop this thing.
Let's hear it one more time for the Sheridan Bronc Pep Band and those Sheridan High School cheerleaders.
Plays come in from the sideline. Ty Gilbertson gets his troops lined up. 2 receivers to each side. They're going to bring Garrett Way in motion. They fake it to him. Now they throw it to Morris. Morris, not much there. He'll actually lose a yard. Back to the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Broncs. The clock continues to run under 3 minutes. Coach Jeff Mowry looking for his 73rd win in his 7-year career. To average 10 wins a season. Whew.
And in 7 years, he only has 9 losses.
Yep.
That's incredible.
He's going to move to 73-9 all time as the head coach of the Broncs. 2 receivers, and they give the ball to Way. They reverse it to Stewart. Andrew Stewart fumbles it again.
He still can't get on it.
Now Natrona, I think, falls on the ball. A turnover by the Broncs. And that's going to set up Natrona 1st and 10 at about the 15, 14-yard line.
I don't know what that was. Wow.
Broncs going for their 6th shutout of the year, but now that could be in danger with Natrona getting the ball at the 14-yard line. So the offense for the Mustangs comes back out on the field. Olsen will send 3 receivers to the near side with Palermo in the backfield. Drops straight back, looking to the end zone, nothing there, and Haswell drops him. Another sack for Beck Haswell, all the way back to the 18 or 19-yard line. So the mark it at the 18. That's a loss. 7, 8, 9 yards on the play. 2nd down and 18. Or they're going to call it 2nd and 19. A 9-yard sack for Haswell. That's his 2nd or 3rd one of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Olsen will send 2 receivers to the far side now. He'll drop straight back. Looks to the sideline, and that's right into the sun. I don't think his receiver ever saw that ball. He looked up, and the sun's exactly right there, and, I mean, it's right in his eyes. So 3rd and long now for the Mustangs with 1:34 left. So, Ryan, the Broncs, I mean, I've been going to War Memorial Stadium with our good friend Trevor Jackson for the last, since 2009.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fun to be there, but boy, I wish my buddy could be there with us.
Yeah.
He's watching over us today, though, cheering on the blue and gold for sure. Now Kenai Olsen chased out of the pocket, looks downfield, it's tipped and knocked out of bounds.
Almost picked off.
And it'll bring up a 4th and long now for the Mustangs. And with 1:27 left, We are going to see what Natrona decides to do here. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout. Natrona calls a timeout. With 1:27 left, we'll take timeout as well. We'll come back for the finish of Bronc football on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM.
Whether you're starting a business, safeguarding your assets for future generations, or navigating the complexities of property transactions, McCool Law Firm LLC in Sheridan provides tailored solutions that ensure your success. McCool Law Firm understands that each case is unique, and it is committed to delivering personalized service that will exceed your expectations. McCool Law Firm, protecting your legacy, stepping up to bat for you. Find out more and schedule a consultation at McCoolLawFirmLLC.com or call 307-461-9240.
Hi, this is Brent Wolf with Sheridan Motors, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. The Broncs are going to win this thing and be the representative as the undefeated and number 1 ranked team at the state championship next Saturday in Laramie, 4 o'clock. But I know one thing is that Coach McEwen wants another shutout.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 1:27 left. It's 4th down and 18. He does not want to give up a score here.
Right. Like we said, they're going for their 6th shutout in 11 games. So
Olsen with 4 receivers, drops straight back, looking down the middle of the field. It's going to be caught, and he'll get one guy away, falls, and he's going to be tackled at the 2-yard line.
First down.
But that's going to be enough for a first down.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, they had him at the 10. And he just kept those legs driving. He's a big dude, though.
Josiah Coleman.
He's a big dude.
6'5", 173, a sophomore receiver. Caught that thing and drug a couple Bronc tacklers all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah. Just kept those. I mean, he did what he's been taught. Keep your legs moving.
And now the Broncs will try to keep him out of the end zone with 1 minute left here in the ball game. And the give to Palermo. And nothing there. He's not going to get in. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Are they going to call a timeout to try to get into the end zone? I believe they are.
And Natrona wants a timeout with 48 seconds left. And Ryan, we'll keep it right here. But next weekend, we will have a couple ball games for you. Next Friday at noon, the Bighorn Rams will play for the 2A state championship against the Cokeville Panthers. We'll have that game for you at noon. We'll have the pregame for you at 11:30 next Friday afternoon. And then Saturday, the Broncs will play at 4 o'clock. We'll have the pregame for you around 3:30, depending on how the other games go. We'll start that about 3:30 and have that for you at 4 o'clock from War Memorial Stadium. It's supposed to be pretty good weather, I think.
As of right now.
Friday's weather looks a little bit better than Saturday's. If you take a look at what's going to happen in Laramie over the next week, weather-wise, just for anybody listening that might plan on going down there, next Friday they're calling for 52 and mostly sunny, and Saturday partly sunny, partly cloudy with a high of 40 degrees. So not real warm.
And by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to be really chilly.
It'll be probably 35 degrees at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
But if there's no moisture, precip, we're good.
So
we'll be good anyway. We get the
Natrona
amenities.
has 1 timeout left. They bring in that big formation. They're going to give and roll Olsen to the outside, throw it in the corner. It's caught, and he's out of bounds. No touchdown. It was caught, but his foot came down on the boundary, out of bounds. It'll bring up 4th down now.
Good job by that official, making sure of that. He was standing right there watching it.
Actually, it's going to be 3rd and goal with 44 seconds left. So
they got 2 more shots at it.
2 shots at it to try to get on the scoreboard. Play comes in from the sideline. Olsen. He's going to send 3 receivers into the formation and have the big blocking back Charlie True in there as well. They're going to bring a man across the formation. Now send him back outside. And he's dumped Breck Reed.
He's not in.
The ball was caught. And they're saying he was down at about the 1-yard line. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 2. 4th and goal from the 2 with 36 seconds left. The clock, they called the timeout. So I was like, the clock should be running, but Natrona does call the timeout with 36.5 seconds left to try to preserve the shutout. Boy,
those boys want this shutout.
The receiver went in motion, came all the way in, and then turned back outside. He was hoping to lose the cornerback, in the system, but Brett came up right as the catch was being made and laid the wood.
Kept him out of the end
For a
zone.
1-yard gain. The ball's placed at the 2-yard line with 36.5 seconds left. And these boys want the shutout.
They want to do it for their coach.
Yep. So Coach McEwen preaches defense. He is the defensive coordinator.
And he's had one whale of a season.
Yeah, anytime you can shut out for a football 5 times, looking for the 6th time.
6.
That is unbelievable. So the officials get together. They place the ball at the 2-yard line. As the Broncs break their out of the timeout, they come out trying to hold this team out of the end zone. 24-0, 36 seconds left. The give is to Palermo, and he's going to dive in for the touchdown.
Doggone it.
So Natrona gets in with 33 seconds left on the clock.
No harm, no foul. Just a little bit of pride hurt.
Yeah. Tyler Palermo with the 2-yard touchdown run. And I think they will probably go for 2 here.
Why?
With 33 seconds left. The shutout is gone, but the Broncs are still going to win this thing. With 33 seconds left, they lead 24-6 after the Natrona County touchdown.
So the Broncs will move to 11-0 and 42 straight.
42 consecutive wins. They bring it back into the backfield. They throw over the top, and it's caught. That's going to be the tight end, Charlie True.
The little Tim Tebow jump pass.
Yeah. 2-point conversion good. And at 24-8 will most likely be the final of this ball game. They will probably onside kick. So the Mustangs will bring out their onside kick team, and the Broncs will bring out their hands team. Ryan Sullivan talks to that special teams group. And it's good to see Beck Haswell back out on the field after the shot that he took.
After taking that shot.
Man, he took a shot.
He's a tough kid, though. And we'll get to see him another year, as he's only a junior.
Yep. Sheridan won the second set 25-19. They're up 2-0 over Thunder Basin.
Good
Lady
job,
Broncs
ladies.
well on their way to bringing home the third-place trophy from the state volleyball tournament. Unbelievable
Great
season
job
for
by
them.
Danny Torpy.
Head coach Torpy and assistant Maureen McEwen and Madison Belt. They do a good job with that program. 4 seniors on the team, a lot of youngsters coming back.
I know a lot of them very well.
Yeah, you do. 33 seconds left, and it looks like they will line up for an onside kick. As Paddock has it teed up. Ball's got to go 10 yards. He's going to look for this thing to get a good high bounce. And it bounces up, and it will be caught, and the Broncs will recover.
Oh.
Carson Chase, and somebody hit somebody over the hair.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was, but a flag
comes in.
Went high in the air.
I don't know if was Natrona maybe offsides, or was it after the play was over?
I'm not sure. It was if it was offsides, that was a late flag coming in.
So the officials come together to talk about this with 32.6 seconds left on the clock. So they moved the ball over to the 49 where it was recovered. And they're going to step this off against the Broncs. It's a
big one.
It's a 15-yarder.
Wow.
Not that it matters. The Broncs are going to take one knee, and this ballgame's going to be over.
Well, that's interesting. I'd like to know what that call was, but obviously it was a personal foul.
So the victory formation, the Broncs are going to play for the 2024 state championship next Saturday in Laramie at War Memorial Stadium. That is the final snap of the ball game. And this team continues to be impressive. 24-8, the final score tonight. From Homer Scott Field, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll take a look at how all the scoring took place. And we'll hear from head coach Jeff Mowry on the First Federal Bank and Trust postgame show. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
2024 Chevy Silverado have tons of amazing incentives at Waring Sheridan Chevrolet. Shane Parker.
0% financing on all 24 Chevy Silverado half-tons up to 48 months. Plus, there's an extra $1,500 off that you still get if you qualify for the 0%. We do have one RST Silverado, which is just one of the trim packages. It has up to $3,750 off plus the 0%.
Experience the Waring way of buying vehicles. WaringSheridan.com.
Moss Holders Design Center proudly supports our young student athletes in Sheridan County. Being a member of a successful team takes determination, a strong work ethic, and great leadership. It's those qualities that have defined Moss Holders over the last 115 years in Sheridan. We're proud of the Moss Holders legacy, and we're proud of our local athletes and coaches. Let the talented and hardworking staff at Moss Holders help you with your next furniture purchase or design project. Moss Holders wishes each and every team the best of luck this season. Go Broncs and Lady Broncs.
In a place where honesty and hard work define us, there's a bank that's fully invested in Wyoming. The banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan. We understand that business owners are the backbone of our communities. And whether you run a ranch, a restaurant, or a retail store, we're here to support you with a range of account options and personalized services without all the unexpected fees. Because when your business succeeds, our communities thrive. Visit buffalofed.bank for all your business banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Texting and driving. Texting and driving? Everyone knows there really is no and. You're either texting or you're driving. In other words, if you're typing or reading anything while you're behind the wheel, you're not paying attention and you're not in control of your vehicle. That's why law enforcement around the state is cracking down on distracted driving. Hey, Wyoming, let's put an end to texting and driving because we all know better. There is no and. This message was paid for by WYDOT.
You save, we give. Hi, this is Anna with First Northern Bank of Wyoming. I'm sure you've heard about our Roundup program by now, but did you know so far this year we've matched over $15,000 that we've donated to local nonprofits in our communities. This quarter we are giving to local youth services. If you haven't enrolled, stop by and see us at 29 North Gould Street to learn more and enroll today. You save, we give. It's a win for you and the community. First Northern Bank of Wyoming, investing in Wyoming communities since 1885. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Rise and shine, breakfast lovers. McDonald's got a deal for you. Buy one breakfast favorite and get another for $1. Choose from many of your favorites. 2 sausage McMuffins, please, or a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin burrito, or sausage McGriddle. We're all on the search for tasty savings when dining out. Mix or match any 2 items. Pay the regular menu price for one. Get the second of equal or lesser value for $1. Eat both items if you're really hungry or you can't share. This offer is available at McDonald's in Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette.
There's no known cure for tinnitus, but we can help provide you with relief. Hi, I'm Dr. Addison Dempsey.
And I'm JT Kraft from EBA Hearing and Sound.
Linear is the first low-risk, non-invasive medical device of its kind that is clinically proven to relieve tinnitus and is FDA approved.
Starkey's brand new Edge AI hearing aids offer groundbreaking technology that powers the most capable hearing devices available while also offering expanded tinnitus masking therapies.
Schedule today to determine what tinnitus treatment is right for you.
EBA Hearing and Sound, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 39 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it can be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project, residential or commercial. Give Thompson Master Masons a call at 672-7971 or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Elmer Scott Field. We're going to go to War Memorial Stadium next week, but the Broncs win this thing 24-8 to punch their ticket to another state championship game. Man, they got things started quickly. 9:19 left in that first quarter. Ty Gilbertson hit Breck Reed on a 9-yard pass play. The kick was good, and the Broncs led 7-0. That was all the scoring in the first quarter. As we went to the second quarter, another pass play with 11:14 left in the second quarter. Gilbertson hit Breck Reed again on a 17-yard pass play right down the middle of the field. He took it in untouched. Gilbert's kick was good, and it was 14-0 Broncs midway, actually early in the second quarter. Not a lot doing the rest of the quarter. And then the Broncs got the ball back, drove the ball down with 2:20 left in that first half. Gilbertson kicked a 26-yard field goal, and it was 17-0 at halftime.
Yeah, pretty dominant first half for the Broncs.
Garrett Way
was an animal in that first half. So, they got that ground game going, which opened up the 2 passing touchdowns to Reed.
So the Broncs led 17-0 at halftime. And no scoring in the third quarter at all. And then the Broncs finally get in the end zone again with 10:03 left in that fourth quarter. Gilbertson, a 35-yard touchdown run. He followed his blockers back into the end zone, and the kick was good. The Broncs led 24-0. And then after the Broncs fumbled on a reverse back here, the ball bounced around and was recovered at the 14-yard line. And the Broncs did all they could to hold them out of the end zone. But with 33 seconds left in the ball game, Tyler Palermo scored on a 2-yard run. They got the 2-point conversion on a pass play. And the Broncs win this thing going away 24-8. And Ryan, they will make their 9th consecutive trip to War Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, I don't think I've gone 9 straight years, but the Broncs have. But we'll be there to join them and to bring you guys all the action.
We won't have the live stream for you, as they will not. The WHSAA will not allow us to live stream from War Memorial Stadium. That will be done by the NFHS network. So it'll be just radio for us next week for both Bighorn and the Broncs game next weekend. So, but the Broncs win this thing 24-8. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back and hear from head coach Jeff Mowry right here on the First Federal Bank and Trust postgame show. Bronc football on 1410 KWIO and 106.9 FM.
Did you know Sheridan Motors is Sheridan's only locally owned and operated new vehicle dealership? That means when we thrive, Sheridan directly benefits. We're proud to support our hometown through sponsorships, good deeds, and excellent full-time jobs with benefits. Stop by your locally owned and operated Sheridan Motors to check out our incredible selection and find out what's coming soon. We know you have a choice when it comes to shopping for new and used cars, servicing your vehicle, and purchasing tires. On behalf of Sheridan Motors' entire team, thank you for your business.
Wherever you are, you'll find a branch of Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. And here's why. If you have a Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union account and a smartphone or other mobile device, visit SheridanCreditUnion.com. Download the free app, and your smart device becomes an internet mobile banking device with all kinds of banking features. So, regardless of your location, Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union is in the palm of your hand. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, Nicole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McColl, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
Need screen printed and embroidered items?
Well, whatever you need, Kilpatrick Creations is the go-to local company for these types of items. If it's screen printed or stitched, we are the ones to help you. Give us a call first. We're here to help you and want to help you with your imprinted garment or accessory needs. We've been in the business and serving Sheridan County for over 20 years. We have the experience, talent, and selection of goods that allows us to help you promote your business, club, or event in the best, most affordable way possible. Come see Kilpatrick Creations for all your screen printed or embroidered needs.
Did you know Sheridan Motors is Sheridan's only locally owned and operated new vehicle dealership? That means when we thrive, Sheridan directly benefits. We're proud to support our hometown through sponsorships, good deeds, and excellent full-time jobs with benefits. Stop by your locally owned and operated Sheridan Motors to check out our incredible selection and find out what's coming soon. We know you have a choice when it comes to shopping for new and used cars, servicing your vehicle, and purchasing tires. On behalf of Sheridan Motors' entire team, thank you for your business.
This is AJ Sayre with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. The Sheridan Broncs are going to make their 9th consecutive trip to War Memorial Stadium. We don't count 2020 because that game wasn't played at War Memorial Stadium. So the Broncs are going to, and their 12th time in the state championship game at War Memorial Stadium since 2009. And head coach Jeff Mowry joins us on the postgame show now. And coach, 9 straight trips.
Yeah, that's a pretty good record, I guess.
It is, yeah. Huh?
Yeah, 2020 we didn't make it. We made it to the semis, and Cheyenne East beat us, and they had a really good football team that year. And pretty good string these kids are on. They play hard every single day, every day at practice. They do a great job, and they come out with great energy, and they're really a fun group to coach. You know, just similar to a lot of the kids we've had over the years. It's a great group of young men that really proud of the way they go out and compete every single week, and they see a team, you know, that. They brought 3 buses of players here. Their sideline was full. They're huge, and our guys just show up and compete every day.
I thought that we controlled the line of scrimmage early in this ball game and really got Garrett Way going. Boy, he had a heck of a first half, over 140 yards in the first half, and the offensive line just dominated.
Yeah, I really did a good job. But, you know, we put a new formation in and came out with some different looks and really made hay with our first and second quarter run game. And they made some adjustments at halftime, and I should have seen that coming. I got to do a better job in the second half of adjusting and understanding how they're going to try to take things away so that we can go execute again at that same level. And I just didn't put us in some good schemes in the third and fourth quarter, put us in some tough spots, and then, you know, they get that score at the end by a poor offensive play called by me and give Natrona great field position, put our defense in a tight spot. But, man, our offensive line and our running backs and receivers blocked their tails off, and that run game in the first half was really impressive.
I thought that, the blocking downfield by the outside by your receivers outside, and they just really controlled the secondary defensively and allowed our guys to kind of run free.
Yeah, you know, we get our guys in the open. They're fun to watch. And, you know, Garrett's a physical runner that is breaking tackles and then getting into the open and then – you know, the rest of the guys just blocking their tails off. It was a fun first half to watch for sure. You know, had a couple miscues that I think we can go get some more points on, and then just kind of stalled out. Our guys were a little bit tired that second half, and we've got to be in a little better condition to play again next week.
Well, I think you come out with you're amped up, you're ready to go, and you didn't want to play Saturday, but you're playing on Saturday. The guys were kind of ticked off about not getting to play under the Friday night lights, and so they came out with a lot of energy, and maybe they burned a lot of that early, and the second half maybe showed that a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I think it was just a little different, and they executed. We played a lot of our guys a lot in that first half, and they were tired. You know, a 4-quarter battle like that, they should be exhausted at the end of it, and they're going to be bruised and battered, and Joanne's going to have her work cut out for her this week for sure. But we're excited for the opportunity to have another week with these guys.
Absolutely. I thought that Natrona, you know, they made some adjustments in the second at halftime to come out in the second half, but they just never got things going. Your defensive pressure on them really pretty much destroyed what they were trying to do.
Yeah, the defense, Coach McEwen and the defensive staff really did a nice job of putting together a good game plan, and they continue to come out and execute it well. Good tackling, physical. I thought our pass defense was pretty good as well. And so, they're going to have to do that because we watched a little bit of Cheyenne East last night, and they came out in a heavy set, 12 personnel, 2 running backs, ran the heck out of the ball against the Camels. And so we're going to have to bow our necks and be able to defend the run again next week.
Well, you know that they can run the ball. They've got one of the quicker guys in 4A as well, and we were, I guess, fortunate enough when we played him up here, he put the ball on the ground 4 times, and we really took advantage of that.
Yeah, turnovers were huge in the first time we played Cheyenne East, and I don't think they had a turnover last night, and they were able to drive the field at will last night, it looked like, and they gave up some plays over the top to the Camels, who are a very good football team, and Cheyenne East just ran the ball, and there was no secret about what was coming. They went out and ran the ball and executed cleanly. You could call the play that was coming, and they just went out and executed. So, Cheyenne East, we played them in the last 2 state championships, and they're a very, very good football team. Maybe even more. Has it been 3? I don't know.
So, yeah, this will be the third consecutive time. Yeah.
They're a good football team, and so we're going to have to go to work again. Short weekend. We'll have to go to work tomorrow with our game plan and go out and execute all week.
But the best part about this whole thing is you get to spend one more week with this group of kids.
Yeah, it'll be awesome, and hopefully we can put together a good experience for them down in Laramie. And all they got to do is go out and play like they play. We don't have to do anything special. It's been a good football team all year, and if we come out and consistently execute like we have all year, then I think we'll be in a good spot and we'll have an opportunity at the end.
Well, congratulations on another big win. And we'll see you next Friday.
Appreciate it, Shane.
Saturday in Laramie.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Head coach Jeff Mowry joining us here on the post-game show. We'll take one more quick break. We'll come back and wrap this thing up. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWIO and 106.9 FM.
Mobile banking is a terrific service with numerous features, and Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union has it. With the Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union mobile banking app, use your smartphone for remote deposit, transferring money, paying bills, making loan payments, and more. Take a picture of a check and deposit it in